Hi everybody, this is Jim81Jim, and I decided to do a video because I'm frankly blown away. I'm blown away by the fact that this even exists, that the internet has become so horrible that shit like this can continue to go on, that there's no idea of quality control anymore. It's completely gone out the window. And I'm speechless. I'm blown away by this. When somebody told me this existed, I didn't believe them. I thought they were fucking shitting me. So I come to this website, and by God, it's real. And so I'm looking through, and I figured it can't. This has to be like some epic troll. I mean, somebody's got to have a fucking lot of time and a twisted sense of humor. But nope, it's real. It's 100% legitimate. Now, as a disclaimer, if you don't know who Spax is, congratulations. Turn the video off. You are a winner, sir. Walk the hell away. But if you do know who he is, if you've had the misfortune of ever watching one of his Gamer Fans videos, prepare to have your mind blown the fuck away. To start with, here we are on the home page. This is the home page of Spax's Game Tune Zone. I love that title, Spax's Game Tune Zone. Like an autistic retard threw out 4 random words, he captured them and threw them onto a banner. No grammatical sense, no linking words. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's Spax's Game Tune Zone. Whatever, man. Congratulations. I didn't expect that you could spell. I'm going to just let it go. I'm going to let, run with it. You've got so many problems, I'm going to let that one slip. But what I am blown away by, I mean, the first thing that greets you on this fucking webpage is this banner. Can you spot what doesn't belong in this banner? Really, take a second. I'm going to stay silent. Really take a look. Maybe the video quality's not so good. I'll post a link to it later. You can come and take a look. What doesn't belong? If you answered the man in the hooded sweatshirt with the fucking gun pointed at the head of Tom the robot, congratulations. What the hell am I looking at? Why is there a guy with a gun next to Dexter, Tom, the Noid, and Mega Man? Look at this fucking banner. This blows me away more than anything. I mean, there's some shit on the site that's just wow, it's out there, right? But this is fucking nuts. You've got Dexter, who's got a look on his face like he's trying to figure out, how the fuck did I even get in this banner? Tom can't even move. He's too goddamn scared. Tom's too goddamn scared to even move. Because he's got Spax here with a fucking gun pointed to his head. You got the Noid, and you might be wondering, why does the Noid look like that? What's going on? I'm a little confused. You can't see Spax's other hand there. What you don't know is he's got his finger straight up the Noid's ass. That's the look of somebody who's getting fingered straight up their ass. So you're going to have to forgive the Noid. He's a little distracted. Mega Man, yeah, he's got his blaster out. He's just trying to get the fuck off the page. He's trying to literally blow his way right off this banner to get away from the psychopath with that fucking gun. But that's Spax for you. Good old Spax. Love that name. So here we are, homepage, welcome page. And we've got all these announcements, just a bunch of shit, up and down the page. But the site launched in 9/19/08. 9/19/08. And 9/21, the announcement, right after, that's 3 days from the fucking opening of this place. Forum in site, successful beginning. He's declared victory. He's been open 3 fucking days, and he's declared victory. I am a fucking victor. I mean, hell, it worked for George Bush, right? Should work for Spax. Let's throw up a fucking banner. What could go wrong? Oh, Jesus Christ fucking mighty. So we're looking through here. It's just blah, 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 blah. There is, one thing that really pisses me off. It's become a trend lately with a lot of different people. On the bottom of the page here, you have a donate button. Hey, donate a few dollars. Keep the site going, man. We need your help. I don't give a shit if you want to whore yourself for money. Knock yourself out. There's stupid fucking people all over the world. They'll give you money for doing the dumbest shit. If you can get money off some motherfucker sitting on the other end of a computer watching you do retarded shit, congratulations, you're a winner. You deserve your few dollars. What I can't fucking stand, what drives me absolutely fucking bonkers, is this dumb motherfucker puts his donate button goddamn half a page below. Hey everybody, here's his announcement from, okay, seriously, 10/3/08. So we're talking a half a page up from his donate button, begging you for money so he can keep this shitty little fucking site going. He's got an announcement talking about all the shit he just bought. And here's his list of what he bought at E4All, I don't know what the fuck E4All is. I'm going to guess it's got to do with video games or anime, because he's white and he's a virgin, and therefore anything he does has to revolve around those two fucking things. So here's a list of what he's bought. Transformers, Japanese PS2. Twinkle Star Sprites for the Dreamcast. Snatcher for the Sega Saturn. Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon, another story for the Super Famicom. The Super Famicom. For God, God forbid he just called it the Super Nintendo. No, that wouldn't be weeaboo enough. He's got to call it the fucking Famicom. This is a guy who probably pronounces Miyamoto very, very properly. Then we've got Guardian Heroes for the Japanese Sega Saturn, because hell, it's Japanese. Legend of Zelda, original Famicom, Famicom again. We've got an egg on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Donkey Konga 3. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not satisfied with just 2 Donkey Kongas. I need a third. I need a third right away, because using those plastic bongos, that just gets me fucking horny. Lunar for the Sega Saturn. Lunar 2 for the Sega Saturn. I guess he likes Lunar. And possibly a few more things I may be forgetting. I've listed 7 here, but my memory is horrible. If you ask me to count to 10, I might just piss myself and cry. What the fuck, man? You're making me a list. You're listing what you've bought. You're sitting down. You're looking at the shit. And you're putting down, a few more things I possibly might have forgotten. Because I don't feel like looking 3 inches to my left and writing it down. And then he talks about buying a fucking Neo Geo. So here's all this shit he bought. I'm going to guess that's probably like $300, $400, $500 worth of shit. Half a page up from the donate button. So don't fool yourself into thinking that when you give this stupid motherfucker some money, it's going to the site. It's not. Guess what it's going to? It's going to Twinkle Star Sprites. It's going to the Neo Geo. He's not spending it on this site. I could make a goddamn site. I have a fucking site. I have a site I built in a week. Didn't cost any goddamn money. It's got a forum. It's got videos. It's got music. Because I'm a fag like that, and it doesn't take any effort. So don't be fooled by this bullshit donate to me stuff. What the fuck? Are people this stupid? Why are you giving him money? Ah, damn it! Alright, I'm getting sidetracked. There's so much more here, and I don't want to waste it all on this. Here's the last 2. The last 2 entries blow my mind. I love this shit. 10/21/08. Mega Man Abridged, now on the site. Posted by Spax. Yes, he's got the abridged Mega Man series. The abridged Mega Man series. What do you fucking need to abridge? It's Mega Man. Dr. Light builds robot. Dr. Wily fucks shit up. Mega Man stops Dr. Wily. The end. There, asshole, I just abridged the whole series for you. It took me 4 seconds. But I'm sure you went into a 9 goddamn video rant about shit relating to it and the, subtleties and layers of the Mega Man story, and probably how Dr. Light was molested as a kid, and that's why he built Mega Man. I'm sure you pulled shit out of your ass, the likes of which people have never seen before. Something so amazing you'd get put in the Guinness Book of World Records for it. But do you really need to make a 20 video series on Mega Man the Abridged series? I bet your Abridged series is longer than if I sat down to play the whole fucking series of Mega Man, you fat psychotic shit. Here's another one. Voice actor interview, now on the site. I'm going to read this verbatim because it's just too good not to. 11/9/08, voice actor interview now on site, posted by Spax. I'm adding some new things to the site. Interviews with voice actors. The first one done with Michael Pollock. Most everyone knows as the current voice actor of Dr. Eggman in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Most everyone knows him as the voice actor for Dr. Eggman. No, I'm sorry. Nobody knows who he is. Do you want to know why nobody knows who he is? Because he is the voice actor for Dr. Eggman. I could meet the guy who does the voice for Mario in the fucking supermarket, and unless he starts jumping up and down on mushrooms and talking about princesses, I'm not going to know who the fuck he is, let alone the poor bastard whose job it is to voice Dr. fucking Eggman. There may be some stuttering in the video, he goes on to say, but that was the first interview I've done, so please excuse that. There may be some stuttering in the video. I know why there was some stuttering. We all know what your fetish is, Spax. You've got the biggest hard-on for Sonic that anybody in the universe has ever gotten. You were probably beating off in your underwear just to be in the presence of somebody anyway, in any way, shape, or form associated with Sonic the Hedgehog. I bet you were beating off like there was no tomorrow. The smell in that room must have been fucking horrible. I'm sure poor Michael Pollock was probably kicking himself in the ass. Or, you know what, I bet you, I fucked up here. I'm assuming that you were in the room with Michael Pollock. What I'm betting happened is you were sitting in front of a television that was playing a tape of somebody interviewing Michael Pollock. And every once in a while you'd pause the tape and then ask him a question that you think Michael Pollock might answer, and then hit play. Then you record the whole you record the whole thing, and the stuttering is you not editing it properly. You don't get it to line up. So that's the home page. This whole mindfuck right on the home page. And then, we go and we hit staff. We're looking at staff. There's a staff involved with this. Look at this. Yeah, I'm scrolling up and down. That's the whole staff, folks. It's just, wow. Really? Wiz4100? What the fuck, Wiz? What are you doing on this site? What? Oh, God, didn't Retsupre rape you enough? Now you're going to do this? Oh, Jesus. And then here we go. Site staff, Spax. And what is he? He's the site administrator and the MNE co-founder and CEO. Co-founder and CEO. For those of you who don't know what a CEO is, it's a Chief Executive Officer. I doubt he fucking knows what a CEO is. But the guy, now remember, the Chief Executive Officer of MNE is the same guy you see in that banner in a hooded sweatshirt holding a gun up to a fucking cartoon character's head. Yeah, I know when I go in to talk to my stockbroker, I ask him, excuse me, do you know any good companies with psychopaths who are obsessed with Sonic I could possibly invest in? What the hell, man? Julie Lala, PPG, Caitlin, Mulder Yuffie, and Zero Masterka are also, they're site staff. They're part of the MNE company. I don't know what MNE stands for. I love when people do acronyms and then they don't tell anybody what the acronym stands for. It's like a great little mindfuck. Okay, moving on. CNASN Game Tune Reviews Adventures. Yeah, let's just... God, he loves just throwing random words together. That must be fun. He's got to have like a big old dictionary at home. He's just flipping through pages all fucking horny and hot. Just picking random shit, throwing it up together, and then, voila, he's got something. So here we go. Here's his videos. Here's the treasure trove. Anybody who ever wanted to see a Spax video, right before they got all pulled, before his mom sued everybody and got them taken down, they're up here. He actually put them up here. They're hosted on Reverb, but he actually embeds them here. So let's just start one up and take a great look at this. Rated T for teen. Oh, God. The fail already associated with this video has just gone through the roof.
Game review.
Wow. Cartoon. So he took Cartoon Network's opening, chopped it, and put ASN. Again, let's not tell anybody what the acronym stands for, And he failed at the acronym. How do you fuck an acronym up? Each letter is a representation of a word. And to be a representation of a word, you need to put a period after it, you stupid fucker. And I see A, period, S, period, N. Where the fuck is a period? God damn it, how can you be this stupid? How much inbreeding is necessary to make you this much of a retard? Cartoon Network ASN. You know what it should have been? It should have been Cartoon Network ASS. There we go. Cartoon, it's CN ass. CN ass. See, you get it? CN ass? I see an ass, and his name is Spax. CNN. Oh God, my mind is melting. My mind is melting. I get stupider now. Talk good no more.
Hello, gamer fan.
Oh, wow! We have liftoff, ladies and gentlemen. This is Spax. Take a good look. This is a guy who has this guy. We're looking at the picture of the man who's getting money. Right here. Yeah, drink it in.
Here.
Oh, drink this shit in, folks.
And welcome to...
Look at this. Look at that face. Oh, God. His cock must have cobwebs on it. No woman's ever going to touch him. Look at him.
Cartoon Network ASN.
Look at his teeth. Look at right there in the middle. What is that? It's like one of his teeth is trying to escape. He's trying to break free and get away from Spax.
This is basically a bunch of segments I'm doing.
God, he looks like the guy you'd wake up from the... Imagine you go to a nightclub and suddenly you feel faint, you pass out, and you wake up in the back of somebody's van. This is a face that greets you. This is what's looking over you. This is what makes you scream and start sweating and thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen? Why is my ass sore, and why is there butter spread on my thighs?
Going to review my opinion on the next-gen games.
The next-gen games, gamer fans. I'm Spax, gamer fans. It kind of sounds like he put like a Suzuki underneath that word. Like you're just waiting for him to rev it up. Gamer fan. Prince. Oh, Jesus. Sweet fucking Jesus. What have we got here? Season 1, Episode 1. Episode 2, Episode 3. Episode 6, apparently 4 and 5 just weren't good enough. He's got standards. Season 2. What? Okay, this I never got either, and a lot of people do this. Season 1, Season 2. You make videos on the internet. That's what you do. Why is there a Season 1 and a Season 2? You have no start and stop. There's no fiscal year for doing this. Yeah, what the fuck is that about? Like Spoonie 1 doesn't do that, and he's way better than you are. But for some reason, you've got to have a Season 1 and a Season 2? It's this whole idea of, can I hoard this shit out on a DVD later? They all saw that James Rolfe could do it. Rolfe, I don't fucking know. AVGN. They all saw that he could do it. Because you know why he could do it, Spax? Because he's funny. Because people like him. Because people actually might buy a DVD from him. But just because you break your shit up into different seasons, nobody's going to buy this. I can't picture anybody running out to Walmart and saying, I've got to get me some Spax. Oh, I'm running out of time here, so I'm just going to start shooting through this. Oh, here's the Mega Man Abridged series. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 videos on this page. Oh, his Michael Pollock interview. Poor bastard, probably had no idea what he was getting into. Fan submissions. Oh, please tell me that's a joke. Oh, I gotta drop a line to Retsupre. Look at this. Upper left-hand corner. Unregistered Hypercam 2. God. It's like they all get together and just plan this shit out. Oh, that's a beautiful color scheme. There's nothing sexier in my mind than putting piss yellow right on top of puke green. That just, I've got a massive erection from looking at that. That's some sexy stuff right there.
Hello everyone, SB4 here.
Scotty the Hedgehog. God, enjoy that. You're a fan of Spax. Oh, God. Contact section. Forum section. Oh, a forum section. 153 people. 153 people who are, they were all probably touched by their parents. They all probably, saw a clown kill somebody when they were 5 years old. Something like that has to be in their background, because there's no conceivable reason why they would be on this site. And what do you know? Everything is God, it's what you would think it was going to be. Rules, news and announcements, introduction, the same boring shit on every forum that ever existed. Retro, newer, classic, game, cartoon, other off-topic. How much do you want to bet if I spent the time and actually dug through this, I'd find a site, I'd find a thread that basically said, sucking Sonic's cock, or something to that effect. Or there'd be a picture of a little, a bunny rabbit from the cartoon series getting fucked in the ass by Spax. Folks, there's something wrong with the internet. It's been happening for a while now. I mean, we've always had fucked up stuff, right? People screwing donkeys, kids getting raped, people selling guns. Yeah, it's always, it's had its problems, right? We all know that. It's not perfect. There's some horrible shit out there. But this is, this is within our control. We can stop this. This shouldn't exist. Why does this exist? Why is nobody destroying this? Isn't this what, shit, isn't this the stuff that people want to destroy? How is this even existing? We need a group of people who believe in quality control and can do something about it. I'm not talking about trolls. I'm not talking about channers. I'm not talking about, what happened to the Black Hatters? You remember those guys? The real hackers, the people who could really do shit, who could really affect change, just a snap of their fingers and shit changed. What happened to them? They were the guys who would take care of this shit. They'd say, hey, that's funny, let me get rid of that, and it's gone. And nobody ever knew about it. Nobody ever knew what happened. But it was just gone. He was gone. It's gone from the internet. Somebody make this go away. Please? Make it go away and then post a video response and make my day better. This is Jim81 Jim, preparing to stick a revolver in his mouth because he actually saw that this existed.
The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon. Boobies!
Fuck yeah! Aren't you pumped? Don't you just love that shit? You sit down to watch a video, and what do you get? You get some huge, spectacular, fucking epic of an opening. You've got music and fucking effects, and you've got video clips, and everything's edited together, and it looks so goddamn amazing. And you're thinking, oh, fuck, man, this is going to be great. And then it gets to the video, and what do you get? A guy in a microphone. A guy in a microphone that's $10 and from Target. And it's got clicks, and it's got whistles, and it's got shit going off in the background. And none of it's natural, and it sounds horrible. And you're like, what the fuck? How did I get this great 30-second opening? And now I got a guy in a mic. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to Dailymotion. Welcome to VO and every other goddamn content site on the internet. Welcome to the world of 32-degree angles on televisions by camcorders that are fucking improperly placed. This is the world of content creators and video editors and people who use Windows Movie Maker to the best of their ability. Sure, they could run out and get Adobe and, shell out the $700 and actually make something good, but, that requires actually working. And as we all know, most people who use the internet live in basements. We fear the daylight because it burns us. Unlike the unlike the Mormon vampires in Twilight, we don't glow like we've been dumped in glitter. We fucking combust. Like Michael Jackson's hair on the set of a Pepsi commercial. We absolutely explode into a giant fireball that would make Goku's Kamehameha wave jealous with envy. So why am I telling you this? Simply just so you know that don't expect anything spectacular. I am one of the basement dwellers. I don't have Adobe. You will hear clicks and whistles. There will be no spectacular special effects. I'm a cheap bastard who will half-ass anything that I pretty much can get away with. It's what I do, and I do it well. It's probably why I'm on YouTube and VO and all the other sites, because I lack talent. But I'm in good company, though. I'm in good company because I'm with the guy that I'm doing a video on today, Spax. Oh, good old Spax. Alexander Prinz Stairs Esquire.
We are Wild State!
And now you understand why he went with the name Spax. Because obviously if you've been named after Bill and Ted, you're probably going to pick your own nickname. It's not like his parents named him after, I don't know, Lawrence of Arabia or something. A fucking classical epic. No, they chose a 1980s movie about two surfer teens who time travel in a fucking phone booth. Poor motherfucker. And you wonder why he's a Sonic fanboy. And with that out of the way, you might be wondering, why a video on Spax? Why him of all people on the internet would I choose to do a video on Spax? Well, back in October of last year, I'd done a review of his website, after a friend of mine on a forum had basically pointed out that he actually had a website. Of course, me being the kind of person I am, I didn't believe that. I figured there's no way. There's no way he has a website. And sure enough, I go there and I find out he does. Not only does he have a website, he's got a forum and all this shit connected to it. He's getting money. He's getting money to do it. So, I made this video as kind of an inside joke. It was just a response to the to the post that was in this thread, and that was the end of it for me. So then why come back and do another video on Spax? What's the point? It was an inside joke, right? So what motivation do I have to come back and do another one? A couple of reasons, really. I'm an attention whore. I love to jump on bandwagons. That should cover it, but that's not the real reason I'm doing it. Like I had said, it was an inside joke. It wasn't meant to be anything more than that. But, over the last 6 months since I did that video, other people have come forward and they've done parodies, they've done spoofs, they've done all sorts of crazy shit. I've seen animated series, and I've seen rants, and I've seen just a lot of really clever shit out there that's funny. It's funny, it's entertaining, and it's good. And what happens to those people? They get banned. They get kicked off of YouTube. They get kicked off DeviantArt. And, it's bullshit. It's bullshit that he can wield that kind of power. It's bullshit that people will, flag videos for him. He's got people flagging videos for him. I don't know how he started this little miniature empire on the internet, but he did. If you want to say anything about Spax, with all his faults, he has done that very well. He has built up his own little fan base very well. And he's got these people to do shit for him that, he'd never be able to do completely on his own. Case in point, if you go to Ed and you look at his articles, you're going to see video after video that's been removed. That's because he's got people going on to fucking Ed and looking at videos that get released on different sites and getting them cut and getting them, taken down and kicking the people who did those videos off of the sites themselves. Bullshit, man. That's fucking bullshit. When people do that kind of stuff on the internet, they should get called on it. If he had been smart, he would have Just ignored it, and it would have went away. It completely would have went away. This would have died out. Nobody would have given a shit. But he couldn't ignore it. Or if he was smart, he would have done something witty. He would have done something funny. He would have fired back and said, fuck you, video content creators. At least I make original shit. You're just, you're taking what I do and you're, twisting it. But you can't even come up with your own shit. But he didn't do that. Instead, what he did is he pussed out. He did the equivalent on the internet of what a kid would do in the classroom when they get made fun of. He ran to the fucking teacher. And we all know what happens in an elementary school or a junior high or a high school when you run and tell the teacher. You get your ass kicked. The class hates you for doing that. Nobody likes a fucking tattletale. That's what he is. He's a goddamn tattletale on the internet. He's the fucking Cindy Brady of the goddamn digital age. So that's my motivation for doing this video. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm putting this out here. And so I'm going to go through bit by bit and look at the different things he's done and the different aspects of who he is to try to figure out why this shit happens and why he does what he does. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Thing that just fucked up who Sonic's character is! And I'm never gonna let it go!
So who is Spax anyway? I mean, just who is the guy? I mean, obviously we know what his name is. We know he makes videos, but doesn't really tell us much about him. I mean, he started out doing, video game reviews basically on YouTube. A lot of people have started out doing that. You've got people who are well-known and people who aren't well-known. But it's a common hobby now. People go and they make fucking video game reviews. They do Let's Plays, walkthroughs, and speed runs. And I mean, it's a popular thing. And that's how he got his start. He started doing that. Of course, he focused mainly on Sonic the Hedgehog. That was a franchise he liked. And I don't have a problem with fanboys. I'm a fanboy for shit. I love Bethesda. I'm a huge fan of The Elder Scrolls. That shit gets me hot. What can I say? So he picked Sonic. He picked Sonic and he ran with it. But what started to kind of emerge as he was doing this was beyond what a fanboy is. It wasn't just that, he got an erection anytime somebody mentioned the word hedgehog. He would go into fucking fury if you didn't like the Sonic game that he liked, if you talked about any of the peripheral series that are somehow associated with the main franchise, like take 4Kids, for example, and the whole Jason Griffith thing. Here's this poor motherfucker, Jason Griffith, who works for a goddamn dubbing company, 4Kids Entertainment. I mean, they do more than dub, but he works for this company. He's a voice actor. He gets assigned to do the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's his fucking job. This is what the guy does. It's not like he woke up one day and said, how can I fuck with the internet? I know, I'm going to ruin Sonic the Hedgehog for them. It's his fucking job. But Spax didn't like that. Spax didn't like this guy's voice. He made video after video, rant after rant, post after post, talking about how Jason Griffith is like the fucking Antichrist in the animated world. And how 4Kids is trying to bring about some anti-utopian, horrible hellfire, and they're going to ruin animation and they're going to fuck shit up. And yeah, they kind of do. I mean, they do goofy shit. They screw stuff up. What do you expect? They're American. We can't do anime. We haven't gotten there yet. So anyway, here's this poor bastard. He's doing his fucking job. It's not like he kicked Ryan Drummond off. It's not like he, beat him up in the bathroom and took his fucking position. He got assigned the goddamn job. That's his fucking job. So he's doing his job. He comes in, he clocks in, he does the fucking voice, and he leaves. That's how he looks at it. I'm sure that's how I'd look at it. It's not like it's some mission in life for him to make sure that Sonic the fucking Hedgehog is perfectly done. I mean, he'll try. He'll try to make it passable, to make it decent, but he can't fucking help if he can't do it to the expectations of a diehard fan. And so Spax went on some goddamn tangent about this. I mean, he started out just doing fucking game reviews. And then this 4Kids thing came along, and he fucking lost his mind. He went batshit insane. Jason Griffith this and Jason Griffith that. And that's where the problem started. Because then you had all this other shit that started just to kind of pile on top of it. People told him he was retarded, and, people are fucking with him because he was so into this shit. And, then he started throwing stuff around. And so, that's kind of like the very beginning. That's like patient zero in the story. The very origin of where all the trouble started with Spax. It all started with Jason Griffith. And can you imagine what it'd be like from this guy's perspective? Because again, this is just his fucking job. Right? That's what he does for a living. You know? And here you've got this incensed fanboy on the internet who's just hates you with a fucking passion. Doesn't just hate you, he wants you fucking dead. He wants you dead because you can't voice a character he happens to like. That's fucking nuts. There's no way to look at that and think it's not nuts. I mean, sure, you know, maybe it'd be great if the animated series had gone to, I don't know, like fucking, Ocean Studios in Vancouver, the guys who do a lot of anime. They do a pretty good job. But it didn't. It went to 4Kids. That's where it fucking went. And they did the best they could with it. And they had somebody else. They had Ryan Drummond, and then, you know, a couple other people I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not big into Sonic, so I'm just giving you kind of what I know. But it went to Jason Griffith. It went to this guy to do this fucking voice. Could you imagine if you worked a job and somebody reacted like this? Sure, there is a level of professionalism you need to have in any endeavor you go into. If you're working at Burger King and you're shitting on the burger patties, you deserve to get your ass kicked. If you work in telecommunications and you prank phone call, or if you prank call people, yeah, you deserve to get fired. But it's not like Jason Griffith walked into the office every day or into the studio every day and drank and smoked pot and, you know, talked about how he hates black people. He fucking came in and he did a goofy voice and he read the fucking script. He did what was expected of him. Sure, it might not have been to the, level of what certain people wanted, but he didn't do a terrible job. He did a professional job. So imagine yourself doing your job and having some crazy fucker come in there and say, "Hey, asshole, this fucking Whopper you made me? Yeah, it's not like Kevin used to make it." And you're like, "Who the fuck is Kevin?" "That's a guy who used to work here 2 years ago." You're like, "Yeah, so? It's a fucking Whopper, right? I mean, all the parts are there." "Oh, yeah, all the parts are there, but you didn't make it like Kevin made it." "Oh, okay." And then this fucking crazy customer not only tells you, you're a dick because you can't make a Whopper like Kevin used to make one, he makes videos about it. He writes letters about it. He's marching out, front of the fucking door talking about how you don't know how to make Whoppers. And you're watching this shit like, what in the fuck is this guy's problem? And people are driving by looking at this psychopath and they're thinking, that's funny. And so they fuck with him a little bit. That's the reaction that should happen. Because it's so extreme and it's so fucking bizarre to get that incensed over something that's stupid. It's a fucking voice actor. Now, I know Spax is gone and he's recanted and he said, "Oh, well, that's in the past, gamer fans," and, all that shit. But that's how he reacted. That's what started this all. That's the origin. He can't deny it. He can't run away from it. It's a fucking internet. It's there, right? I mean, once you put it out there, it's out there. You can't get it back. There's nothing you're going to be able to do to make it go away. It's like fucking, I don't know, herpes. It's fucking herpes. Internet videos are equivalent to herpes. They will never go away. You can only medicate, but you can't ever cure it.
The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon. There's... What the fuck? Herzen brechen können, Herzen sprechen kann man, Herzen quälen kann man, Herzen stehlen. Sie wollen mein Herz am rechten Fleck, doch zieh ich dann nach unten weg, der steckt das links.
So in the end, when you look at it, what Jason Griffith really is Spax's man in a pickle suit. It's the guy who is constantly going to be there to remind him of his fucking freakout, of the insanity that he went through. And it's nothing that he can ever escape. He's never going to be able to get away from that. Even though he wants to deny it, even though he wants to recant, even though he wants to pretend it didn't happen, it's there. This is the internet. When you put something out there, it's there forever. You can't get rid of it. But being Spax, he couldn't just leave it well enough alone. He had to take it to the next level. So what is the next level? I mean, he did rants, he did videos, he did posts. He went on a fucking crusade against Jason Griffith and 4Kids Entertainment. What more could he possibly do? Well, this.
What to you is the best pair of boobies ever? What do you think is the best pair of boobs?
That's right, voice acting. Not only did he think that Jason Griffith sucked, he had to prove that he sucked. And how is he going to prove it? By redubbing Sonic episodes. Now, I want you to take a second before we get into this and think about how arrogant that is. We've all got shit that we think is fucked up. Games we played we thought could have been programmed better, sports teams that we thought could have played better, but we wouldn't have the balls to say, I can do that. I wouldn't go up to Cliffy B and say, hey, you fucked up in Gears of War, let me show you how to do it. I wouldn't go up to Michael Jordan and say, hey, motherfucker, here's how you dunk. But Spax is actually going to say, I'm going to show you how to fucking dub an anime. I'm going to show you how to dub a cartoon series. So I want you to sit back and really enjoy this, because we're going to take a look at a couple of clips of him voice acting. I want you to get an idea of how deep into this insanity he was. He was into this. He had people work with him to do this. Now, I can't say anything about the others who helped him with this. I don't know him. And I got no problem with them. So I'm not going to comment on anything they do. If you find it funny, that's fine. If you think it was good, that's fine. I'm only going to focus on Spax. So here we go.
What's happening?
Hey, he's giving you a really sassy look.
Better tase his ass.
Hey, listen to me. Gotcha.
Whoops, off by 5 feet.
Why, you little...
Hey, the policemen don't mistreat animals.
We only
What?
beat niggers.
You, stand over there.
Sorry, couldn't
Yes,
help it.
sir.
Then, on my count, everyone catch it.
Hopefully you can't see us lunging at him.
Moving slowly. Now!
Yeah, everybody scream at once. Stealth is for pussies.
The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon.
The bears. Sorry. So that's what happens when you cross the streams, huh, Egon? I always fucking wondered.
Is this the power of the Chaos Emeralds? Is this another world? Or is it time travel? Am I alone? Or did everyone else come with me? Well, it's okay.
What the fuck? Hold up a second. Hold the fuck up a second. What was that? It's like a Paxil commercial. What the hell? He's fucking completely depressed and then all of a sudden, well, fuck it, I'm okay. That's the most goddamn unbalanced hedgehog I've ever fucking seen. That's a clear-cut definition of what goddamn manic depressive is. God, fucking completely I don't know if I'm completely alone here. Oh shit, all my friends are dead. Well, fuck it. Everything's fine. He goes whistling down the street. If that's Pax's idea of fucking emoting, he's so far off base, it's fucking hysterical. I mean, that is fucking sad. That's the main point here. I mean, that's what I'm fucking getting at. Alright, when you watch this, it's not, it's not terrible, but he doesn't know how to fucking nail the emotion. You need to fucking emote. If you can't emote, you can't voice act. That's all there is to it. It doesn't matter how goofy your fucking voice sounds. It doesn't matter that he kind of says duh instead of the. He can't emote. That's why this never worked. And yet he'll sit there and he'll criticize this fucker, Jason Griffith, for not doing his job properly. Well, you know what, Spax? Jason Griffith can fucking emote. He knows what kind of goddamn emotional tone to take with the character, and he knows not to go from completely fucking depressed to completely manic in, no goddamn time at all. I mean, that's fucking nuts. You made Sonic the Hedgehog look batshit crazy in that scene. I mean, really, it's a fucking Paxo commercial. I mean, that's the kind of shit you would expect to see on television. It's a 30-second ad. Look what our drug can do. It can make you completely fucking happy in no time at all. It's the craziest goddamn shit I've ever fucking seen. And so, I mean, that's the point. I mean, that's the whole fucking point of this. Is he calls Jason Griffith out on not being able to do the job well, not being able to fucking voice act. And here's his attempt, and he falls flat. And he doesn't fall flat because he's got some horrible fucking voice. He doesn't fall flat because he can't pronounce a word. He doesn't fall flat because he can't read a fucking script. He falls flat on the one goddamn area in the whole fucking profession that you need to be good in. It's the one criteria to get the fucking job. I mean, the balls on this motherfucker. The balls on him. I get it. You don't like Jason Griffith. I get it, okay? But your idea of showing him up and telling everybody how fucking shit he is by making yourself look like an idiot? Is by fucking up at the one thing you criticize him at? God, that's gotta sting. I mean, oh, man, I can't imagine how pissed off you'd be after, hearing yourself and thinking of what a huge ass you just made yourself look like. So anyway, I mean, that was the main dubbing thing he was working on. There's a little bit more. I'll just throw it up so you can see. It's a couple clips from a game.
Eggman's got some nerve dropping us here. I see. You mean using your chaos control well. Okay, Shadow. It looks like we need to work together.
So there you have it. I mean, that's the that's a breadth of his fucking voice acting. That's his his dubbing experience, the stuff that I could find at least. I'm sure there's a lot more out there, but I'm lazy, like I said earlier, and I'm not going to go digging for it. I think this pretty much demonstrates what I was trying to get at. So either you get it or you don't. You can agree with me or you don't have to. But this is my honest opinion on this, is that he doesn't know how to emote. And that just rubs me the wrong way. And it rubs me the wrong way not because he did, I guess a mediocre or an average job at it. It rubs me the wrong way because he fucking just went batshit on this guy who did it much better. I get that there are people on the internet who want to do fan dubs. I fucking love fan dubs, man. I mean, I fucking live off of them. Subs and dubs. I watch that shit all the time. I used to, watch them on Stage 6. I used to watch it on Crunchyroll before Crunchyroll sold out and became a bunch of pussies. And I get that. There are groups of people who do this, and there are a lot of really good people at it. And some, there's some that aren't so good at it. But I can tolerate them. And I can tolerate them for the one simple fact that they're doing it because they actually like it. Spax, I don't get that feeling. It's one of two things with him, I think. Either he did it because he so hates Jason Griffith that he wanted to somehow prove to the world that he was better than him, or he really, really, really goes beyond what a fanboy is. Imagine yourself liking a series, whether it's a video game or an anime or a cartoon, it doesn't fucking matter. Maybe you like Halo, so you dress up for a costume party, like Master Chief or Cortana, I don't know, your man or woman, whatever. That's fine. Maybe you do fan comics. Maybe you do fan stories. You maybe you take it a step farther and you're making kinky shit out there. Who knows? All right, but you're doing that from the perspective of a fan. Spax, I almost get the feeling that he's like borderline wanting to actually be Sonic. Like you could almost picture him. You could almost picture him at home, making cardboard fucking spines to put on himself. He spray paints them blue and he runs around the neighborhood really, really fast. So, man, this guy is just a wealth of material, I tell you. And so that is his dubbing experience. There you go. I mean, that's, again, what I said. That's what I could find. So maybe I'm being overly harsh here. I don't know. You could take a look at it and see what you think. Maybe you can find more. Go Google search it or, look on ad or fucking find it if you can. And so concludes Chapter 2. So far, we've gone through the Jason Griffith Chronicle, and we've gone through his dubbing chronicle. But that's nowhere near scratching the fucking surface. Nowhere near it. We haven't gotten to any of his game reviews, which fucking could be 5 videos on its own. We haven't gotten to the shit he did to, people who went to his forum, people who just were on YouTube or DeviantArt. There are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of people out there he's fucked over. Now, some might say they deserved it, some would say they don't. I'm going to side with they don't. They don't deserve it. Because I know how Spax acts. I've seen it. He's done it to me. Now, again, I'm a dick, but I can't imagine that every single person he's fucked over is a dick. So, I mean, that's, what I'm going to be covering in the next couple of videos, right? Is his fucking game reviews, the shit he's done to people. I got a whole fucking video in store for Mulder Yuffie on their own. That's going to be fun. Because I don't think Mulder Yuffie would expect that. But, anyway, that's the end of Chapter 2. Hope you guys liked it. Take it easy.
And now for something completely different.
I got a volunteer. His name is Pedro. Pedro is going to do this for me because we're tight. What is Pedro going to do? He has agreed to allow me to film him. I'm going to put him in a room, and I'm going to film him over a course of 12 hours. And during that 12 hours, all Pedro is going to be able to listen to is Master P's song, Fa-na-na-na, nonstop, on a constant loop. I'm going to do this to prove that rap kicks ass, that Pedro is a man, and that Pedro loves rap. Everybody loves rap. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? God damn it.
The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon.
Ballin'!
Well, fuck me. Everybody's a critic. God, what can you do? You make one dead Mexican joke and everybody's on your ass. Welcome, everybody, to Part 3 of the Spax series. So far, we've covered Jason Griffith. We've covered his dubbing experience. And you might be asking yourself, Jim, what are we going to cover next? I mean, Spax is a man of a million talents. Not only does he engage in the activities we've seen, but he does a lot of other things, too. I mean, sure, you know, when he's not fucking his Cream the Rabbit plushie doll and eating Hot Pockets till his little ass explodes, he's out there on the internet, you know, running his forum, running his site. Now, I've already taken a look at those. So, I mean, what else is there? Oh, there's plenty. There is fucking plenty. So, sit back and enjoy, because Chapter 3 is about to begin.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join me today, because today I thought we'd do just a happy little painting.
DeviantArt is to talent what syphilis is to sanity. That's right. It is a hindrance. Now, sure, you might go onto the site expecting to promote your artwork and to meet fellow artists, people who have a common interest that you have, and, you know, express creativity together, and it's going to be great, and you're going to grow as an artist, and you're going to become this great phenomenon. People are going to recognize you as talented. You're going to be the goddamn Van Gogh of the internet. Sadly, that rarely ever happens. Instead, what really happens is you sign up for a DeviantArt account, and eventually, maybe it's 2 pictures away, maybe it's 3 pictures away, maybe it's 5 or 10 or 20, you start to trace. DeviantArt is the best tracing book in history. People will put up art, countless pieces of art, and there'll be, you know, characters who are posed a certain way, or, you know, modifications on others' designs, and people will be like, wow, that looks really, really good. Well, of course it does, because an actual professional artist really drew that. What the person who just uploaded that picture did was basically fucking trace the outline. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, Jim, that's not fucking fair. Not everybody who uploads to DeviantArt traces. There's some really talented people on there. And yes, there are some talented people on there. There are some talented people on YouTube. But think to yourself, how many times have you seen talented people on YouTube? Or VO, or Dailymotion? How many people who create videos are actually talented? Not many. I bet it's really hard to even list maybe 10 off the top of your head. And I guarantee you the 10 that you're able to list have their own fucking websites. Because they branched out. They moved away from the majority. And the majority on DeviantArt traces. Now, it's not something the community likes to talk about. They have this kind of weird, hush-hush, let's not talk about it, it'll go away kind of thing. Like, you know, the old rape mentality of the 50s. Like, if you're a woman and you got raped, you're not supposed to talk about it. It's some dirty little secret. Bullshit. DeviantArt is fucking tracer heaven. Now, of course, if you're blatant about it, you're going to get spanked for it. But you're going to find, if you look through most people's pages, you know, 1 or 2 or maybe even more pieces of artwork that are blatantly traced. That are fucking blatantly traced. Now, why would I bring this up? I mean, you know, I'm not doing a video on DeviantArt. I'm not attacking DeviantArt. Like I said, there are some genuinely talented people there. But I'm bringing it up so you know what we're getting into. Because we're going to be talking about Spax. And where does Spax fit in? What kind of artist is Spax? I mean, is he this great talented person? Or is he a tracer? Do people follow him because he really, really can draw? Well, if you've seen his game reviews, if you've seen his website, if you know anything about Spax, you know the fucking answer to that. I don't even need to do this video. You can fucking turn it off right now. You know where this is going to go. We're going to be taking a look at his artwork. All of it. Every fucking piece of his artwork. We're going to critique it. We're going to critique it like we're a person in an art gallery. Like we're some fancy motherfucker who eats nothing but really fucking expensive cheese and shitty wine. You know, we're going to be the snobby motherfuckers of the internet today. We're going to look at his shit and we're going to critique the motherfucking hell out of it. Why are we going to do that? Because we're dicks. Because people love to criticize. Welcome to the fucking internet. Now, when you stop by Spax's page on DeviantArt, the first thing you're going to see when you get there is his user avatar. Now, this might confuse you a little bit because you'd be expecting Sonic. I mean, we all would. But nope, it's Mega Man. And this actually makes sense. Because after all, he is a big fan of Mega Man. Remember, he has all 6 of them. Kudos if you get the reference. Anyway, what we're going to do first is take a look at his Deviant ID. This is basically like a profile on any other site, except it lets you use a picture and then you put your statistics up and dislike and like and all that shit. It's almost like a dating service. I keep expecting to see long walks on the beach at the very bottom. Anyway, let's jump in and see what his Deviant ID has to say. And here we go. This is his Deviant ID. And as you can see, his own character is put up there. This is a character that's going to keep repeating in his galleries when you're looking through it. This is his representation on DeviantArt. I know he uses Mega Man as his avatar, but this fucking abomination that makes fucking Sonichu look good is what Spax identifies himself with. And as you can see, the character's actually saying meh. Like he knows he's fucking shit. So anyway, let's take a look at the statistics. Let's look at the profile here. Name, Alexander Edward Princeton Stairs. Esquire. Well, there's no Esquire, but I like to throw it on there because he's got enough fucking names in there anyway. Alias, Spax3. Which makes me, I've always wondered, is there like a Spax2 and a Spax1? Was there like a fight over Spax or something? Loves, Capcom, Mario, Sonic, Mega Man, Xbox 360, Banjo-Kazooie, Contra, Batman, TMNT, retro gaming, voice acting, video game making, game reviewing, classic cartoons, Zelda, Konami, Transformers, portable gaming, One Piece, DBZ, Back to the Future, Family Guy, and Grand Theft Auto. Likes, The Simpsons, Futurama, Castlevania, Metroid, Kirby, Burgers, Pizza, Sprite, Chili Cheese Dogs, fat motherfucker, Azumanga Daioh, Excel Saga, Trigun, Super Sentai, Ghostbusters, Classic Cartoon Network, 80s Stuff, Classic Disney Films. Dislikes, Flying on Planes, Bad Games, New CN, 4Kids Dubs, Death Note, and Art Theft. Oh shit. You wonder if he ever chokes on the irony of that? He hates art theft. And his DeviantArt... Okay, seriously. I'm looking at Sonic the Hedgehog, who's been raped by his horrible artistic ability. And right next to that, his dislike is art theft. What the fuck am I looking at, then? That's not originality, Spax. That's art theft. Okay, sorry. Anyway, hates, being stressed, my anger, lying, nostalgia fanboys, traitors, and current Sonic fan base. And there's his copyright logo at the bottom. Image copyrighted by Spax. Oh, that's going to be a whole video on itself, this fucker and his copywriting bullshit. Anyway, that is his Deviant ID. And oh, God. I mean, you can see the mindfuck of his Deviant page just on this ID. The irony and the hypocrisy, it just fucking fills the air. Art theft? Really? You hate art theft? You fucking hate it? You're doing it. I mean, you get that, right? That's Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. That is not something you created. Coloring his spines with a little bit of black doesn't make him something unique, you fucking retard. That is goddamn art theft. I can't take Master Chief from fucking Halo and put a goddamn blue racing stripe on his ass and say that's unique. That's fucking theft. Hates being stressed. Well, I'm sorry, motherfucker, but the fact of the irony here of you creating art theft, or you committing art theft by taking Sonic the Hedgehog and me bitching about it, I'm sorry if that stresses you out. But maybe if you weren't such a fucking hypocrite, you wouldn't be getting stressed and eating all those goddamn chili cheese dogs you apparently like. Okay, so let's jump into his artwork. We've looked at his ID. Let's take a look at his artwork. Now, I know I said we were going to go through each and every single drawing he's done. Fuck that. I've already lost my willpower to do that. I've picked some examples out of various galleries he has to give you an idea of how bullshit his artistic ability is. Okay, first off, here's his original gallery. I've got two pictures from this fucking thing. Alright, the first one is is this. Okay, this is a Spax drawing. I want you to really look at this. It's going to be important later on. Alright, here's another one. Okay, take a look at these two. Horribly drawn fucking pictures. I mean, oh, God. I can't draw. I'm not going to pretend I can draw. This is, you know, that's about my skill. He's got about my skill at drawing. But now I want to show you what some of his other pictures look like. Now remember, take a look at these two. Both of them. Really, really take a look. Now let's go take a look at some of his other drawings. This one's called Cream Abduction. Now aside from the bizarrely sexual connotation of this, and that's going to be a whole other video about Cream the Rabbit later on, look at the skill here. I'm not saying this is a great drawing, but take a look at this. Now let's go back to the other one. Take a look at this. The other one. This one. The other one. This one. The other one. Do you see what I'm fucking telling you? It's blatantly obvious. He can't draw. Okay, this jump in skill that you're seeing, something seriously fucked up here. Now it's either tracing or outright goddamn theft. But you don't go from this to this. It doesn't fucking happen. Alright, that jump in skill just doesn't magically fucking appear from nowhere. You either can draw scale and anatomy, or you can't. You can either do shading, or you can't. You can either add depth, or you can't. Alright, it's not some mystical fucking vision quest you go on to fucking figure out how to draw. This is bullshit. I mean, look at this. This is fucking bullshit. You don't go from this to this. There's no fucking conceivable way he did this. Now, here's his character he uses to identify himself with on DeviantArt, aside from the Mega Man logo. Okay, here's one pose of him. Here's another pose. Now, isn't that interesting? Take a look at the first picture with the little blue-haired bunny, and now the pink fox. The blue-haired bunny and the pink fox. Do you notice something? Is that interesting? You seeing what I'm seeing? The character doesn't fucking move. It's the same goddamn picture. All he did was fucking tweak the eyes. You know, mess the mouth up a little bit. Now, oh, seriously. I mean, oh man, come on. You're not even trying to hide this shit. I mean, seriously? You could at least try to be deceptive. You know, you got a picture of Naruto. Try to be ninja-like. You know, try to be sneaky. God fucking Christ, man. And here's one I found off ED, okay? Take a look at this. I think this demonstrates it better than anything else can. Here's an original picture of Sonic in a pose, and here's a Spax drawing. Do you see what I'm talking about? Anytime you see quality in one of his pictures, I guarantee you can find a direct correlation with another picture. You can find where he got that from. Because he either traced it, or he just took it. Or he had somebody else do it for him. Oh, man. And you know, you might be wondering, okay, so he's full of shit. What does this have to do with anything? Nothing. I just wanted to, show this. I want you to see this. I want you to know that when I go on about Spax, it's not like I'm some dick with a vendetta. There's actual substance behind it. I didn't just pick him one day and said, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. There's a fucking reason to screw with this guy. This kind of shit pisses me off. Seriously. How many times has he ragged on people for stupid shit? And he gets away with this crap? Nobody's called him on this? Come on. This is just bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Ah, man. Just, so this will put you in the right mindset for when we take a look at his video game reviews, because you're going to see shit like this in his video game reviews. His fucking intro is chopped and stolen. I mean, it's a character fucking trait of this guy. It is a deep-lying character trait. Oh, fucking hell, man. This shit, God. I'm gonna have to go play some video games or something. I don't know. I'm a little high-strung after this, but I'll leave you with a romantic drawing by Spax. Something I'm sure he faps to with the passion of 1,000 burning suns or some shit. Ah, man. Well, take it easy, guys, and enjoy the picture.
Well, once again, it's so the motherfucking psycho. Ice Cube, the Don Mecca. Come on, nigga, Gina Max, huh? A diamond in the rough, huh? You gon' stay in the rough. East meets west. It's going down. Yeah.
everybody, this is Games Good Me Bad, or Jim81Jim, whatever you want. And I'm just making this video to kind of put out some information so it's easier to kind of follow along with the series. I had a bit of trouble with Dailymotion. They had a problem with some of my content. Apparently putting a suicide in there is, graphic or some shit. So I had to put the third part of the video up on another site, and I'm getting the feeling that's probably going to be happening a lot. More than likely I'm going to have parts on a bunch of different content sites, and so just to make it easier to figure out where the fuck to go if you actually want to watch this thing and follow along, I'm going to start listing them off on this video. So I'm not going to make a bunch of update videos saying, oh, go here or go here. I'm just going to use the annotation system at the end, and I'm going to use the video description to put up current information so you can figure out where to go and, be able to watch the video if you want to watch it. Also, if you have anything you want to say, if you want to tell me how big a faggot I am, knock yourself out. Use the comment section here, because then you don't have to go to Dailymotion or View or wherever the fuck the videos might be hosted and have to screw around with signing up for an account just to say you fucking suck. So feel free to just tell me I suck here if you'd like. And I'm sorry if I come off sounding tired or kind of worn down. I am. I've been working on part 4, and it's fucking taking forever to going through all these video clips and shit and editing all this stuff together to get it to look good. But that'll do it. Like I said, quick little video. I just wanted to give you the info so you could go there if you needed to. And that's about it. One other quick thing I'd like to address. A couple people have brought it up to me that they think I'm being mean or evil about this and picking on, Spax. It's terrible. Horrible, horrible internet bully. Part of the internet hate machine and shit. Yeah, I actually am evil. They're 100% right, and I've actually got proof for it, too. I've got fucking proof for it. So take a look at this. It is fucking proof. Now, what are we looking at? We're looking at Boomstick's account. This is his fucking account. And look up there, 665 members, or 665 subscribers. Now, what did I just do there? Oh, I subscribed. Whoa, 666. The sign of the beast. I must be Satan himself. See, you little whining bitches who've told me I'm such a bad guy. You were right. I'm the fucking devil.
The sky ain't nice the same. The stars, the moon.
The whistles go woo. When you want to woo woo, it's that woo woo. It's that woo woo.
What the fuck? In jeder Stunde, an jedem Tag, nur zu denken an Deutschland, an Volk und an Reich, an unsere deutsche Nation. Unser deutsches Volk Sieg heil! 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 Sieg heil!
Happy Easter, everybody! I'm such a dick. And welcome to part 4 of the Spax special. So far, we've taken a look at Jason Griffith, we've looked at the dubbing experience, and we've even taken a look at DeviantArt. And as we've gone over these things, you've kind of gotten an idea of what Spax's talents are. You've seen a little bit here, a little bit there. Now, granted, the bulk of stuff that's going to be coming up is going to be his video reviews, it's going to be his website, and a few other things that he's done. But today, because it's Easter, I'm going to give Spax a break. I'm going to give him a break because, well, you can't rag on the guy every day. And instead, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move into Chapter 4. And what is Chapter 4? Well, Chapter 4 is this.
Look in my eyes, what do you see?
That's right. Chapter 4 is Spax3's followers. Now, you might be asking, why Nazis at the beginning of the video? Why Hitler? I don't understand. How is that related to Spax? I mean, Spax is a dick, but he's not Adolf Hitler. And right, he is not Adolf Hitler. Spax has never done anything on that level of fucked up. But I want you to really think about this for a moment now. I want you to sit back and honestly think about this. Now, when you ask most people what they think of Adolf Hitler, they're going to give you pretty much a standard answer. Now, granted, there are going to be a few who are going to be outside of that, Nazis or fascists and what have you. But the majority is going to say pretty much something along these lines. They are going to say he was a monster, he killed many, many people, he nearly destroyed Europe and Asia and Africa, he was power hungry, he was insane, he brought misery upon the human race. Now, stop for a moment and ask yourself this. Did Hitler put anybody into an oven? Did Hitler load anybody onto a train? Did Hitler murder, rape, pillage, and plunder?
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet! Go Planet!
No. Now, granted, and I'm not trying to negate what he's done. He is a monster, don't get me wrong. But he wasn't the one running the concentration camps. He wasn't the one on the front lines. Now, yes, he did get his hands bloody. He was a soldier in the First World War. He's killed people. He did lead his soldiers on the Night of the Long Knives to kill party members to have, absolute power. But it was his followers that were the dangerous ones. It was his followers that were the maniacal, insane motherfuckers. They so believed in Hitler, they so believed in this cult of personality built up around him, that they were willing to do anything. And now I think you're starting to kind of see where I'm going with this. Now, Spax has his own cult of personality. And people follow it, much like the Germans followed Hitler. I mean, what did Hitler promise them? A better Germany? He offered them what they wanted. What does Spax offer? And that's what this video is going to be about. What does Spax offer to compel people like Mulder Yuffie to do his bidding? How does he get them to harass other users? How does he get them to flag videos and to get people banned on DeviantArt and to get people banned on YouTube and other sites all over the internet? What kind of people are these? And we're going to be examining what kind of person Mulder Yuffie is. What kind of person his followers are. I mean, Spax has power over these people. He has power over these people in the same way that any cult leader has. You look at Hitler, or even take Jim Jones. Look at Jim Jones. He got people to drink fucking Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah. This world, it's not our home. Well, it sure isn't.
You know what I mean? I mean, these fucking people died. He got them to kill themselves. Why the fuck would they do that? Well, what is it that these people have that can compel others to do their bidding? And why is that dangerous? Why does Mulder Yuffie think it is so necessary to do Spax's bidding? So let's take a look at Mulder Yuffie. Let's see what kind of person Mulder Yuffie is. I mean, what kind of person is this motherfucker? Is he a sycophant? Or is he, a devotee? Is he like, is he like a priest in the cult of Spax, in the religion of Spax? Is he actually a devout follower of this guy? What is it? Does he really like him, or does he really hate him and he's just doing what he has to do because he gets something out of it? So let's look at it. Let's find out who the fuck Mulder Yuffie is and why the fuck he does what he does. So let's start with the basics. What do we know about Mulder Yuffie? Well, first off, Mulder Yuffie's on DeviantArt, just like Spax is. In fact, he's got, a pretty sizable page there. So just browsing through the information that's available, let's see what we can find out about him, just from skimming a little bit. Well, first off, he uses a Kingdom Hearts logo as his avatar, and describes himself as a loner. If you look on his DeviantArt page, you'll see he's obviously into Pokemon. He's got a Pokemon Platinum list here, talking about the trainer he used, the hours he's played, the badges and Pokedex that he has, listing a bunch of Pokemon and just shit nobody cares about, like their levels, and anything else related to Pokemon is pretty much shit nobody cares about. Let's see, what does it say here? For all those who want to know, I'm planning to get more Uber soon. Basically, he's going through saying he didn't hack it, he really earned these levels, and he'll keep us all updated. Well, I look forward to that. I'm really on edge as to know what your fucking Pokemon level are. Oh, man. Here's his Deviant ID. It's using the same picture that you would have seen in the beginning. It's the same picture you pretty much see associated with Mulder Yuffie anywhere, which is some bizarre raped hedgehog that's been merged with other things, which I can't even get into. A lot of leather, though. I'm queuing in on the leather. Anyway, it says, I'm a hardcore gamer and a Square Enix fanboy. I love playing RPGs and platformers. And then it lists his current projects. He apparently he does voice roles. He is going to be Shadow and Knuckles in Sonic Adventure, aka Sonic's Sexy Adventure. Okay. He plays Neku in The World's Ends With You, which is a dub. It looks like he was doing something with Drawn Together. But that's about it. Interests? Video games. Favorite movie? Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And I can't rip on him for that because that's actually a great movie. Favorite band or musician? Breaking Benjamin. Favorite genre of music? Rock and metal. Favorite games, which is a surprise. Obviously, he uses Kingdom Hearts, so Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Mix, and Final Fantasy 7, which he says, I own both, yay. Now, looking through his artwork, you can see why him and Spax get along so well. He can't draw for shit, which obviously gives him something in common with Spax. Now, aside from that, what else do we know about Mulder Yuffie? Well, we know that he was responsible for getting people banned off of YouTube. In particular, Boomstick. He got him kicked off of YouTube on a few occasions, from what I've heard. And again, I can't throw up stuff to actually show this, so I could be completely wrong here. You're just going to have to take my word for it. Now, there is one interesting thing about his name, Mulder Yuffie, and he uses an anthropomorphic creature as his avatar. Mulder Yuffie, an anthropomorphic creature. Think about it. I think you can kind of see where I'm getting here, or what I'm getting at here. Mulder Yuffie, Mulder Yiffie. See what I did there? Just a couple letters off. Mulder Yiffie. Yiff. I'm sure anybody who understands what that means will get what Mulder Yuffie is, because that is what Mulder Yuffie is. There's no way of covering this up. I mean, he hangs out with Spax, and Spax wants to fuck a 6-year-old bunny. So I'm sure Mulder Yuffie wants to bang a couple of animals, probably all related to the Sonic franchise. So why does he do it? I mean, why, he has these things in common with Spax. Obviously, they both like to draw, they both love Sonic. He works on Spax's website, he hangs out at his forum, he talks to him on DeviantArt, and he basically tries to work with him on dubbing projects. So, is this a friendship we're looking at? I mean, is it just a friendship? Now, I could make a joke, oh, they're gay lovers, but yeah, I don't think so. So, what is the appeal here? What does he get from fucking people over? Why would he work for Spax? I mean, what is so attractive about Spax that Mulder Yuffie would feel compelled to do his bidding? I can't think of a fucking thing. I honestly can't. This person confuses me because I cannot think what exactly he gets out of this relationship. What does he get from doing what Spax wants? What does he get from taking on the people who hate Spax? Nothing. He gets nothing except for harassment, except for being made fun of. He's not getting anything out of this relationship. And therein lies our answer. That's it. There is nothing unique. There is nothing interesting about him. He is a follower of Spax because he has nothing to stand on his own. He has nothing to offer that's unique or interesting. He has nothing to offer that nobody else does. And so instead what he chooses to do is follow somebody else. I mean, if you looked at this like, he's into Final Fantasy, so I'll give you a Final Fantasy example. I mean, you can say what you want about Spax, but at least he's villainous enough to be on his own. You could consider him Kefka or Sephiroth. Well, he's not that cool, but you get the idea. So what would Mulder Yuffie be then? He'd be like generic enemy number 4. Who you've got to hit 3 times in combat to get rid of. Nobody gives a shit, nobody remembers him, but he's going to do what Sephiroth or Kefka wants because he's too much of a pussy to do anything cool on his own. Why would you... I don't understand this kind of mentality that this kind of person has. You saw it in the beginning of the clips, and granted that's on a large scale with Hitler and Jim Jones and crazy fuckers like that, but people will follow people like this because they don't think that they can do anything on their own. Mulder Yuffie is latched onto Spax because he is not unique. He offers nothing of value. I mean, look at this guy. Mulder Yuffie, Mulder Yiffie, fucking leather-clad Sonic the Hedgehog. He wants to fuck animals so bad. You can just tell. That's probably what he has in common with Spax more than anything else. They both want to screw anything that's small and can't get away from them. That's probably why, that's one of the mysteries of Spax. He wants to fuck a 6-year-old bunny, but the bunny's too fast for him. It's like a carrot on a stick. Spax running around with his cock out, and he can't ever catch her. I could respect if it was Spax doing this. If Spax was flagging videos, I mean, that's fucked up, and I'd give him a lot of shit for it. But at least he's doing it of his own volition. He gets something out of it. He's getting rid of the criticism. Mulder Yuffie's not being criticized. People are aiming it at Spax, and Mulder Yuffie's jumping in front. They're taking the bullet for no fucking reason. It's sick. You're not going to get anything out of this, Mulder Yuffie. Spax is not going to reward you. He has nothing of value to give you. You're not going to get money or fame or accolades. This isn't like you're defending somebody who can give you something in return. You're selling yourself short, man. There's no reason to do it. The bottom line is, it's fucking pathetic. It's sad. I mean, it really is sad. It's like a girl in an abusive relationship who gets fucked and beaten and gets nothing out of it. Because that, my friend Mulder Yuffie, is what you are. You're the girl who gets fucked and beaten. Spax doesn't give you anything. You get nothing tangible or of value out of the relationship. All you get is flack. You stick up for him and you flag videos for him and you get people kicked off for no reason. And the people you're kicking off actually have fucking talent. I can't tell you how many people I've seen get shit canned because of crap like this, that I found their videos interesting or at least humorous on some fucking level, better than Spax's shit, and yet you're going around getting rid of it. Why? What do you get out of this? I beg you, man, if you ever see this video, if you ever hear this question, I want an answer. I want you to tell me. I want to know the mentality behind it. What do you get from this fandom? What do you get from following this motherfucker? He offers nothing of value. Pick a better fucking person to follow. Oh, God. I just, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't get people like this. I never have. Just never have gotten people like this. Anyway, that's going to conclude this video. I know it was a bit different than usual, but I wanted to try to touch on this. It'll play into some other videos later on, and so it was important to kind of lay the groundwork to show you where it all goes in the conclusion, I guess. Anyway, guys, I hope you had a good Easter or whatever you celebrate today. Hope you had a good weekend, and I'm taking a bit of a break before we get to part 5. It's going to be a long video. It's going to be about a half an hour because it covers his video game reviews. Take it easy, and I will see you in part 5.
The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon.
Niggers are lazy, dumb, and most of all, they smell even after taking a shower.
Do you like waffles? Yeah, we like waffles. Do you like pancakes? Yeah, we like pancakes. Do you like French toast? Yeah, we like French toast. Dip, 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 can't wait to get a mouthful. Waffles! 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 Dip, 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 can't wait to get a mouthful. Do you like waffles? Yeah, we like waffles. Do you like pancakes? Yeah, we like pancakes. Do you like French toast? Yeah, we like French toast.
Welcome one and all to hell. That's what I call it. It's fucking hell. This is part 5 of the Spax special, and I'm cutting through the bullshit because I'm on time constraint with this. So chapter 5 is his game reviews. Now that I got that out of the way and I don't have to waste 5 minutes of the introduction, you know, segueing my ass into the bulk of the video, I'm in such a bad position here because I am not a rich man and I don't have the amount of money it's gonna take to get all the liquor and the weed I'm gonna have to use to get through this. I've been dreading doing this. I really, really have. I've been putting this off as much as I can. I've put up bullshit reasonings on YouTube saying technical issues. No, there are no technical issues. Here's a technical issue. I technically don't want to do this. Right? His game reviews, I'm going by his game reviews in this video. There are 18 of them. There are 18 Spax game reviews that I was able to find. And, fuck me if there are any more. I'm going by this. I don't care if somebody posts a comment on this fucking video saying, I found 23 more. Fuck you. I'm doing 18. That is it. Alright, they're 10 minutes apiece. 18 videos, 10 minutes apiece. Do the fucking math. I think you can see what the problem here is. That's 3 hours of Spax. Alright? 3 fucking hours of game reviews by Spax. Now, I didn't want to do this because, well, who wants to watch this shit? But secondly, people have already done this, man. They've already watched his videos and done commentary. But, it segues into part 6, and it's really, really important for part 7, and I have no fucking choice. I really have to do it like this. I have to do it like this because I'm going to show every person watching this shit just how big a hypocrite he is. In fact, we're going to watch it together. We're going to count it together. Look at the bottom of your screen. You see that? That is my theft counter. Do you know what that does? See how the number's 0 right now? That detects copyright infringement. That detects intellectual property stealing. That detects the use of music and video and anything else you can imagine that people don't have a right to use, that people don't have permission to use. And that is what is going to bust Spax's fucking ass. Alright, he goes around with his little minions fucking with people everywhere, bitching about people using his videos and parodies and satire, saying that's not fair. All right, he wanted to open the can of worms. We're gonna shove it right down his goddamn throat. We're gonna count every fucking time that he infringes on a copyright, or a trademark, or a patent. So sit back and enjoy the mind fuck that's about to come, because it's going to be long and it is going to fucking suck. I had to watch his videos before I even do this. You know, just to get the video ready to put into the goddamn editing program. I've already watched 3 hours of this shit. Now I gotta watch it again and do commentary. That's 6 fucking hours. You know, fuck buying the weed and the liquor. I might as well run out to the store and get a gun and just end it now. Oh God, Spax. Oh. I had to go and say, I'm gonna do 10 parts. I'm gonna be consistent. You know, I'm gonna be thorough, and it's gonna be, you know, all inclusive and everything you want to know about him. That was such a fucking mistake. That was such a mistake. I should have done one video and then I should have disappeared. And now here I find myself watching 3 hours of his game reviews. You know, even as painful as this is going to be, it's important. It's important because it's really going to show you how two-faced he is. It's really going to show you that, you know, he has no sense of honor at all. He will fuck with people, he will screw with people, and claim they do something that they shouldn't do, and he does it himself. And I'm sick of him getting away with that shit. You know, this is the main issue I've always had with him, and it relates to copyright and his bullshit about that. And you know, it's going to conclude in the later parts, but again, this is important. It's important to show how hypocritical he really, really is. And you're going to see it. It's going to start off slow, I'm not going to lie to you, but by the end of this, your mind's going to be blown by how many times this asshole uses something he shouldn't. All right? By how many times he just outright fucking steals and robs and chops and takes without crediting, or if he does credit, so what? You know? Would that change his mind about the parodies people like Boomstick have done? If Boomstick had said at the very end of one of his goddamn videos, clips taken from Spax, do you think Spax would have given two shits? No, he wouldn't have. He still would have had him pulled down. And yet he's going to use this shit in his videos? Oh, man. That fucking just pisses me off. So you're going to see it. I mean, you're going to see this. You're going to see this shit. And I think you're really going to be surprised by the final number. I really do. So we're going to start with video number 1. I'm going by what's on his website. This is what he has listed as video number 1. So that's what we're going with. It's his Sonic Next Gen review. And 1 second into the video, and already he's taken something that's not his.
Hello, gamer fans.
Do you hear that? That must be Guns N' Roses' famous song, Welcome to Copyright Infringement. Holy shit, Spax, you're like the speed racer of internet thieves. Except instead of a monkey and a little boy, you've got Mulder Yuffie and Cream the Rabbit.
PlayStation 3 and a Nintendo Wii. Most of these reviews are going to be for the Nintendo Wii, as that's the only game console I own.
Yeah, that's right. His mom won't let him have any more. She's scared to death. If he has any more of an excuse to stay in the basement, he's going to be there till he's fucking 50. Oh, I'm sorry, my bullshit alarm just went off the fucking scale. What do you, don't buy him any video games? Who is he kidding? He did a blog about all the shit he bought on his website.
And please forgive my stone look. I must have been drunk when I did that.
It's all that fapping and furry porn. You weren't drunk, buddy. You were just dazed. Oh, for the love of fucking Christ and all that is holy, what the fuck? Oh, you cunt! That was... Oh, my ears are bleeding! And even though my ears are fucking shot, I can still see that's GameSpot, so that's number 3.
But look at how he is now in Sonic Next Gen.
What about it?
When he starts running, it's not as fast as usual. But when
usual how? You can't bring up a point and then not expand on it. Usual to the Dreamcast, usual to the Genesis, usual to what Sonic game? What are you comparing it to? Oh well, fuck it. Who needs to expand?
He turns too quickly and bumps into a wall. And in most
I'm sorry, my mind must have just melted. Is he bitching about working collision detection in a game? Are you fucking serious? You're pissed that they programmed it properly.
Well, oh, and here we go. Bad design for
unfucking believable.
can actually run at good speed. And bump. And
Oh yeah, jeez, what a fucking shock. When you run into a solid object, suddenly you're not running anymore. It's called a concussion, you stupid fuck. Speed killer. He's going like Mach 10 there. What the fuck are you bitching about?
One of the biggest flaws. Enemies appearing where they shouldn't.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Spax got the advanced manual on this game, and he can tell us point by point where enemies should be placed and where they shouldn't be placed. It's not just, you know, his guess on what he'd like to see. He actually knows 100 goddamn percent. No, that's just called having too much Cheeto dust on your fat fucking hands to grip the controller properly.
And to bring up another character, here's the downsides of gameplay of Tails.
Oh, please tell me.
First off, this ring bomb thing. I mean, what the hell is that? I mean,
It's a ring bomb? What do you mean, what the hell is that?
Stupid things at them. And you can't even jump on them as you used to be able to do.
God, stop comparing this game to shit that came out before it. It's three-dimensional.
Once you have him fly, he flies forward and does not stay in place at all like he used to.
Goddamn third dimension. Why can't he just keep going horizontally?
Especially bad to those who are longtime Tails fans since Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog animated series. Tails no longer sounds like a little boy. He now has a really
okay.
annoying, squealy girl
Anybody
voice.
else a little confused by that? It's an anthropomorphic fox. Anybody out there on the internet ever meet an anthropomorphic fox? Go speech facts. Go. G4 is number 4.
How you speak, how your gameplay is, and how your weapons are. And if you're gonna speak at all, get a voice that's in your gender and age again.
Oh, for God's sakes! Nobody knows what an anthropomorphic fox should sound like. How are you so sure?
Relies on weapons and vehicles. Just
Shadow,
like
yes, I agree. Shadow should be euthanized. Sonic should rape him to death.
And it gets worse. For some reason, if you get stuck and then go off, you're gonna fall right into the water and die instead of float on it.
He's right. Shadow should float. Shit floats.
Camera, when that building falls on you, you won't be able to see it, even if you try to drive past it.
Yeah, what a shock! When you have a building collapse on your head, suddenly you can't see so well.
But then again,
and G4 again, that's number 5.
Off, so like it really matters anyway. And now loading the most annoying part of this game.
Holy shit, you're in it?
Let's start with town missions. Someone asked you to do something.
Thought for a second he was in it when he said the most annoying part of the game.
You get a loading screen that lasts about 15 seconds long.
15 seconds, huh? 15 seconds, you're sure? It's exactly 15 seconds.
And then you get another loading screen.
Because we'll count it. Let's count it. Shall we? Let's do it. 1 Mississippi. Oh, that wasn't 15 seconds. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi. 7 Mississippi. 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi, 14 Mississippi, 15 Mississippi, 16 Mississippi, 17 Mississippi, 18 Mississippi, 19 Mississippi, 20 Mississippi. Brilliant mathematical skills, Spax, and another GameSpot clip, so that's number 6.
Now to the graphics.
Unneeded title card.
This is the main problem here. Sega is focusing too much on the scenery and design and showing the camera in a way that focuses on all the scenery, which seems to be while everything
Wait, what? It sounds like he got
fast,
confused talking there.
Is supposed to be. Graphics are not the most important part of the game.
Yes, goddammit. Graphics are not the most important part of a game in a visual medium. I stick my hands on the television all the time. This game should have been made in Braille. Up, G4 again, that's number 7. Why not just call it sound? Come on, man, what the fuck?
However, in some levels, like Kingdom Valley, it's horrid.
Okay, how's it horrid?
And that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're not going to go into any detail at all. You're just going to leave it at that. You're doing a game review and you're telling me it's terrible, but you're not even going to tell me why? Are you fucking joking? Oh man, that is some hardcore fanship if you can recognize the classic sound effects. I mean, holy shit. Oh, get ready for the mother load of Griffith hate.
Okay, as I said,
hey, G4 again, that's number 8.
Series like Sonic are gameplay and characters. As I've covered the gameplay, here's where we get to characters, the voices.
Oh, you already know what's coming, guys. Oh, you can already see where this is going. I mean, do I even need to tell you what's coming up?
I remember before the influence of the crappy Sonic X English dub.
He does remember. He remembers everything about Sonic.
Here's samples of it in these
of course. You know, God forbid we review the fucking game. Let's instead talk about why Jason Griffith is a son of Satan himself. God, let it go. Shit. You know, I was informed that I was going to be watching a Sonic Next Gen review, and instead I'm watching clips from, you know, different games. Here's maybe what the core problem is with Sonic. You know, where Sonic got bad? It has nothing to do with who does the fucking voice of him. It has to do with the fact that he talks. He's a blue hedgehog that collects rings as he runs from one side of a board to the other. When he starts to stop in the middle of that running process and give a monologue about saving princesses or, you know, talking to his boyfriend Tails, that's where the games got bad. It doesn't matter who does that voice. Fuck me. Oh, God, just... wow. He just won't let this go.
I'd better catch her before it does. I'm counting on you, Tails.
Tails' face completely explains my reaction to watching this fucking review.
See? Sounded like a young teenager who's very hyperactive.
No, it didn't sound like a young teenager. You know what it sounded like? It sounded like a 30-year-old man in a goddamn voice booth doing the voice of a hedgehog. It's a... fuck me, it's G4 again. Come the fuck on, man. That's number 9. Do you have any fucking respect for yourself? Yeah, what? I mean, what the fuck am I watching? This isn't Sonic Next Gen. This is a comparison of 2 voice actors. This sneaky little fucker tricked us by telling us it was a review of Sonic Next Gen to come to watch this crap, so he could do a rant about Jason Griffith. For God's sake, let it go! It's a blue hedgehog! Ah, motherfucker, it's G4 again! God damn it, that's number 10!
Kinda makes him sound like a younger Big the Cat.
Oh yeah, that's right, Spax. Talk shit about the guy who does a better job at it than you do. We've heard your dubs. Way to go, irony, huh?
And plus,
oh, GameSpot.
Yeah.
There's 11.
Yes. Okay. Jesus, it's just so fake. At least Ryan Drummond speaks.
Listen to this shit.
I don't need to listen to a wimpy, bland, and emotionless voice.
Irony.
It also sounds like it's trying to be manly instead of teenage. Overall, I wouldn't buy or even
G4 again. God, that's 12.
Glitchy game. And I would just blast.
Holy shit, he's straight out of Compton.
What
the fuck? No wonder Tom the Robot posed for that banner picture. This motherfucker would have capped his ass.
Give my input on this one. The 360 version of Sonic the Hedgehog receives a 2 out of 10.
But don't expect me to explain that in any fucking possible way. You're just gonna have to guess why it's 2 out of 10. Gameplay footage. And he actually put Spax down. Well, Spax, if you actually got gameplay footage, why did you even use the other sources, you lying sack of shit? And listen to this, it's another song. I don't know what this is, but I'm counting it as 13. God, and when you look at this shit, you're putting credits on your video. It's not like I'm confused as to who did this. It's not like you got a team of 50 people working with you. Ah, Jesus Christ, man, come on. This is so pretentious. You know, I mean, you're congratulating yourself. Why don't you just say, I did a bang-up job, I'm a great fucking guy at the end? Because that's really what this is about. You're putting a minute onto the end of your video to kiss your own ass. Well, with the exception of thanking Jedi1, who I'm sure is really glad to have his name brought up here. All the fans on YouTube and DeviantArt. Yeah, there are a ton of those guys left. You can tell how old this is. And he plugs his site. Fucking hell. Oh, God, gamer fans. Oh, I can't wait till next time. All 17 of them. Hey, 14. Holy shit, he's on a roll. God almighty, where's my whiskey?
The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon.
This could possibly get you late.
Please allow me to adjust my pants so that I may dance the good time dance and put the onlookers and innocent bystanders into a trance. Give the cease on the swine who marry and propagate lies. Tough luck for elected officials.
Well, lucky me. I must have Harvard watching these goddamn videos because there must be nothing but mathematicians in the audience from the amount of messages and comments I've gotten about how I fucked the theft counter up by missing this or counting that twice or doing this 3 times. You know, I get it. I fuck up. I'm watching this through the editing program, and it's a tiny window, So I'm going to miss occasionally a name brand or song. I mean, the audio's kind of tweaked a little bit here and there, so it's hard to pick up on all that stuff. So think of my theft counter as a conservative number. What I'm going to do at the very end of all these videos, I'm going to put up my grand total, and then I'm just going to take a poll of what everybody else thinks it should be, and I'm going to take the average of that, and I'm going to have that be the viewer theft counter. That way, when you look at the final video, you can go with my conservative estimate, or you can go with the kind of more liberal estimate of the viewing audience, or, you know, maybe the more accurate would be a better way to put it, estimate of the viewing audience, because, you know, they get to watch it full screen. It's a little easier, basically. I'm sure my number's going to be off a little bit. I might count something twice. I might miss this. I might miss that. You know, it's going to happen. I'm also sorry about postponing this video. I had shit come up, so, you know, what can you do? You know, real life gets in the way. Sometimes you got to put stuff off. Now, I've had a few people suggest doing a drinking game with this. I would caution you, unless you actually can drink or you have a cast iron stomach, because if you want to do like a drinking game where you're taking a shot every time the theft counter goes up by one, or God forbid if you're brave enough, take a shot every time Spax says the name Griffith, you're going to have, you know, alcohol poisoning by the end of this video. I mean, your piss is going to be 100 proof. All right, I mean, you're seriously going to be liquored up. And if you don't know how to drink, if you're not you know, if you're not like a hardcore alcoholic, I'm talking like Nicolas Cage in, what was it, Leaving Las Vegas, your ass is fucked. But if you want to go for it, it's a cool idea. I'm not going to stop you. But just a word of warning, you could possibly die from doing that. You know, it's like 10 to 15 shots on average a video you're looking at. You're going to get really fucked up. God forbid you try to do it with Bacardi 151. You would probably die from that. But, yay, you know, I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you want to go for it, knock yourself out. Be nice if you do, though, to do a video response, because I want to see just how fucking drunk you get. But, whatever. So, we're moving on to Spax' second review. He has it listed on his site as Season 1, Episode 2, Sonic and the Secret Rings. God, he just loves fucking Sonic. But, yeah, Sonic and the Secret Rings for the Wii. I don't believe this is actually the second video he's ever posted, because if you look at the first one and then you look at the second one, you will notice a difference, a startling difference of his hairstyles. But if he wants to put them like that in that kind of chronological order, I'm more, you know, fuck it, I'll do it. I don't give a shit. Anyway, let's jump right into the review. Get your alcohol handy and enjoy.
Rated T for T.
Rated F for fail. And we're at 15.
Hello, gamer fans.
Holy
Spax
shit.
here. Welcome to segment 2 of Cartoon Network.
He must have been...
Gamer Reviews.
Spax was the last guy on
Since
Schindler's
Sonic made
List,
the jump
apparently, because he
from
just
3D,
got out of
he's gained
Auschwitz.
some fans,
Look at that fucking
I
haircut.
think most of his
Looks
games
like his
were
mom
3D
took a
but
lawnmower to his fucking
then
head.
later they kept getting
I mean, where's the number tattooed?
and
Jesus.
and then we had the
Ah,
abysmal
and I'm hearing
Sonic
music in the
PS3
background.
PS3
That's number 16.
the fandom to
You guys thought I was
Sonic
kidding when I
fans
told you
with
you
it.
were going to have alcohol poisoning.
But the Sonics
You're
still have a
fucking...
chance
You're
to
2
be
shots
dead
in and it's not even a minute.
and stay in it.
Your asses
Well,
are
let's
dead.
find out with his newest game for the Nintendo Wii, Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Oh, the excitement! I can't handle it! IGN, that's 17. God, he's moving quick today.
Sonic made the jump
GameSpot,
with the Sonic
that's
Adventure
18.
series. These
Oh,
had
man,
speed,
wow.
action,
I hope you
adventure,
motherfuckers
and
have some
more depth into
Ipecac
the
handy, because
characters,
you're going to need it by the time we're done with this. Holy shit.
Now, I loved
4
the
shots in under a
I thought
minute.
they added a great realistic feel
Oh,
to the
damn. It's a lot of
I
liquor.
didn't like the action adventure stuff, but
That's
I
right,
thought
because
it was
action
pretty
and
good
Sonic
turn
just
for
do not go together.
However, the
Oh,
overuse of
Sega, you fucked up.
characters
How dare you
was
put
not
action in my Sonic game?
even though I like all the characters.
Oh, he likes them all right,
These
especially
games
Creeb.
inspired an anime series called Sonic X, which many Sonic
And
fans
we're looking at a
loved and
cartoon
have
series, so I'm going to count
However,
that as
the world's
19.
most hated dubbing company,
Oh,
World
shit.
Entertainment, acquired
Here we go,
these
4 kids.
dubbing,
Brace for impact.
and though the original voice actor
Oh,
Ryan
God.
Johnson for Sonic tried to
I'm
get
I'm
the
slightly
voice,
confused. I thought I
he
was watching a
rejected for
review
not
of
living in New York,
Sonic and the
and
Secret
told his
Rings,
use their own
but apparently not.
characters, and they chose
That's
very
my fuck up.
poorly,
I
making
guess
the
those
character
4 shots of
sound
liquor,
like
messed my
out of
mind up.
character.
We're
And they
talking
also
about Ryan
replaced
Drummond
the
today.
music with very horrid music that doesn't sound
Listen to that.
Sonic at all.
Horrid music, and
many
listen to what he's got in the
mistranslations
background.
and unnecessary cuts that just made the English version of the show
Oh,
disgusting.
he just drones on and on.
Sonic Heroes
IGN.
brought back a lot
It's
of
another one.
elements from the 2D games, even though this
GameSpot,
game
there's
pretty
another
much
one.
fans reused.
Oh, man, you're going to run out of liquor
It
by
brought
the end of
back
this.
2 act levels, a boss after each 2 acts.
Oh, fuck,
and a special
GameSpot
stage
again.
with
Oh,
fancy
Jesus,
levels
I'm losing
and similar
count. He's
designs
going
to
too
2D
quick.
games. However, same problem. Too many characters. In fact, 12 in fact.
In fact, 12 in
Well,
fact.
play as 3 of
Because
them
saying
at
it twice
once,
makes it
still
doubly nice.
overpowers
IGN,
the
that's
playability
23.
of Sonic. Shadow the
Oh,
Hedgehog.
GameSpot, 24.
Unlike past games, this game features only one playable character.
And he
Shadow
happens to
the
be the
Hedgehog
worst one in
himself.
fucking
And
Sonic
this features a lot of
history.
speed and such, but it also features another thing which seems completely pointless to the character Shadow.
What's that?
Guns to fight and vehicles to move around.
IGN again,
Completely
that's
pointless to
25.
Shadow. And also, just because one voice actor dies,
Oh shit,
Sega decides
GameSpot,
to
26,
fire the
IGN,
entire
27.
cast of the Sonic games.
It's hard to keep
with
up
the
with them.
much worse
Oh,
voice actors
Cartoon,
from
it's
Sonic
28.
From 4Kids Entertainment.
Oh, he's back on 4Kids.
The
Oh,
only reason I stand by this game is because of what
GameSpot,
it
29.
took
I don't know if I
from
can keep up
Sonic
with this.
Adventure 2 and Sonic
He's going
Heroes.
too fast.
Sonic
He is the
Riders
Sonic
didn't
of
really
copyright
get better.
theft.
While it had some decent
He's gone
racing gameplay, it
Super
had
Sonic on
very
me.
low replay value. Basically, you just did the same thing over again, and the story mode wasn't really any better. In fact, all you did there was just race and the story.
Oh my
phase
god,
with
all you did in
no
a
good
racing
sense
game
at
was
all.
race? Those fucking
Sonic
bastards.
Next Gen,
Oh,
a complete
G4, that's
disgrace
another
of
one.
Sonic,
GameSpot,
with
another one
very,
again.
Very bad controls, very
G4
bad
again.
camera, worst of
Oh
any
man,
Sonic
he's
game.
quick.
And a lot more very bad. This
A
game
lot more
should
very
be
bad.
named after the Genesis original. It should be
He
called
touched me in the
Sonic
naughty
Disaster.
spot. It was a lot more
Such a
very
game,
bad.
But a goddamn fucking disaster. It features cheap ripoffs.
Oh, God,
original,
Specs, you are just
and some
entertaining.
romantic
Oh,
footage of
G4,
a
there's another one.
human relationship that seems that Sega thinks bestiality is A-okay.
Because we know Spax does.
Seriously, this game should be shoved into the abyss of hell.
Like Cream the Rabbit
But
should be
let's see
shoved
if
up my
Sonic and the
ass.
Secret
Oh,
Rings
IGN,
and
there's
the
another one.
Sonic Wildfire is any
I
better.
love how he feigns that he's disgusted by bestiality, and yet he wants to fuck a 6-year-old anthropomorphic rabbit. He'd rape that thing till it couldn't walk, and he knows it. I mean, it's not just that it's weird enough that he wants to bang a bunny rabbit, but he wants to fuck a 6-year-old bunny rabbit. You know, that opens up a whole new can of worms. Like, why do I get the feeling you'd run across him on, like, 12 Gen or something? He'd be the only guy posting cream porn. Oh, what a pedo.
Sonic recognizes them, but they do not recognize Sonic.
Oh, and the storyline of Sonic, and the Secret of the
Better
Rings.
than the
Who
last crap
gives a
anyway.
shit, really, you know?
Gameplay. To steer Sonic,
Ooh, a
unlike
visual
previous
demonstration.
Sonic
What a
games
lucky
that
little
push
cunt I
buttons,
am.
You have to use the Wii remote to turn the left
I love it.
and
Look at his
right
eyes. It's like he's
steer
afraid
Sonic.
it's going to slip out of his
Hold the
hands.
button down
He's
to
got
slide,
total
and
concentration on
release
it.
to jump. When you jump, you can use this to dash forward and do a homing attack.
Oh,
You
Specs.
push the one button and
Oh,
hold down
God,
the
what a
brake.
retard.
It actually helps give the feel that you really are Sonic and helps
Because
sharpen
I
your
am
gaming
fucking
skills.
Sonic. Don't you
And
dare
to
say
do
I'm not, or I'll
really
fucking
crazy
gut
speed,
you.
You can use the speed brain to speed through
I
the
get the
level
feeling he
instantly.
likes to really pretend he is Sonic
Feel it
occasionally.
faster.
He probably
But
really
sometimes
gets into
you'll
it,
have to
too.
Slow down everything around you, and for that, there's the time break.
Now, doesn't that seem like a stupid game
In the
mechanic in a
beginning, you
Sonic
literally
game?
move slow when
You
start
slow
playing.
yourself down?
Luckily, there are tutorial stages
I mean,
that
what the
help
fuck?
you
That should have
train.
been the first clue this wasn't
And
going to be a
later, when
good
you gain
Sonic
some
game.
skills,
When he
you can
slow
make Sonic
mows, you know,
speed up
time
so you don't
down.
have
What
to
the
move
fuck?
slow anymore.
I mean, hell, I
So
played
far,
this
I'd
game.
say this
I
is a
bought
pretty
this
good
game.
game
You want a
for
review?
Sonic.
I'll give you a review right now of this whole
However, the
game.
game does have its
Just
flaws,
doesn't
like
work.
most Sonic games
I mean,
recently
they
have
got the
had
tracks
games.
kind of right, you know, and
Sometimes, despite
they
heavy
wanted him to go
movement, the Wii
fast, and they
remote will
kind
not
of did
respond
that,
as
but
should,
it just
or
wasn't there.
sometimes
It
due
wasn't
to
good
small
enough.
movement, it'll respond a little
There you
too
go.
sensitive.
That's your review.
It can
Missed
be
the mark.
It can be very frustrating, even to the pro gamer.
The pro
Still,
gamer.
It's not the most horrible thing, so you can adapt with it.
That's right. The most horrible thing is Spax naked.
Graphics.
Naked and covered in
Graphics
marmalade.
are beautiful. The texture on these
Yeah,
things is
look at that
awesome.
next-gen
You can see
graphics.
stuff in the distance,
Oh, that
it's
shit's hot.
great.
I mean, fuck
And the water
Killzone 2.
looks
Give me
so
Sonic and the
real.
Secret Rings on the Wii.
Sega really outdid
That's some hot shit
showing
right
what
there.
The Wii is really capable of. Sound, music.
Another useless title
I
card.
think the theme music's okay, but most of the music.
I
and
was always kind of
action
curious.
levels just
What
very
are the
cheap
lyrics
and
to the
easy.
opening song on this
Not
game?
one of Sega's
They're
better
they're
games
kind of
since
really
Sonic
mumbled. It's kind of hard to
Youth.
figure out just what they're saying.
It's
You
not
know the one I'm
the
talking about?
worst,
The
but
rock one or whatever the fuck it is? Oh, IGN. That's 35.
This cheesy sound effect
God, who
wall.
breaks this shit
This
up like
brings up
this?
some classic sound effects and
Effect-wise.
sound effects like
It's just
the one
useless,
you
man.
hear.
You can cover sound just
It's pretty
in one
easy, so
section.
it's
You
not
don't need to
important.
break it up into 9.
Sound,
Oh, God.
voice wall.
Beat the horse.
Jason
Keep beating that
Griffith
dead
and the
horse.
rest
Oh,
of the
fuck. Here we go.
inappropriately chosen voice actors from the 4Kids dub
I
of
knew,
Sonic
you know,
Returns.
it always has to work into
Apparently, since
this.
his last games, Jason
Just has
started
to work
adding
into
more
this.
emotion, but That doesn't make him sound better.
Oh, Jesus
No,
Christ,
it
here we
makes
go.
Sonic sound dweebier,
Fuck the game
creepier,
review.
and
Let's just
dumber
talk
than
about
ever.
Jason Griffith.
When he tries to yell the
Yep,
lines
here we
while
go.
he's drumming it, he kind of sounds squawky like this.
Isn't it amazing how he can put more effort into mocking, you know, Griffith than he can into actually voice acting when he does it?
Slow, badly, it kind
I
of
just,
played
ah.
stupid. And also
I mean,
kind of like
the
a mix
video's
between the
10
cat.
minutes long, and he
This
spent,
is,
like, half
we'll
of
know
it
which one
bitching
you
about
use
Jason Griffith
in the order
and
they
talking about
appear in the
Sonic's history.
subtitles below.
I hate that. What am I
Well, your
watching
guy
this
here
for?
gets
It's not
the
even a
first.
review of the fucking
You'll
game.
know when you see the
All you do is
subtitles.
bitch about shit that's
Well,
not
yeah,
relevant.
There are times when he actually does sound
Oh,
okay,
God.
better than yells, but
Man.
it's just not as cool.
Oh, yeah. Illustrate it more with, you know, fucking voice clips. Yeah. Let's just completely give up on the concept of a game review, and let's just move into mocking voice actors. Oh, it just keeps going and going and going. It's like the Energizer Bunny of psychotic. You know? I mean, it just doesn't let it go. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is way beyond fanboyism or fandom. This is just plain stalker territory. I mean, do you ever get the feeling like Jason Griffith, if you ever met Spax in real life, would just beat his ass with a baseball bat until he couldn't walk?
I really do not find a voice like this appropriate for a hyperactive 15-year-old character, especially one.
He's a hedgehog. What is he supposed to sound like? God!
Here, listen to one of Brian's
I've never met a hedgehog before. I don't know what they're supposed to sound like.
And here's a
Oh, well,
Jason
fuck
Ryan
the game
comparison.
review, you know? Who needs to review a game? Oh, IGN again, 36.
Which one sounded younger and more
Oh, I know what's
mature.
obvious. You're out of your
Overall,
fucking
Sonic's
skull.
not bad
That's
on
what's
top yet, but
obvious.
This game is a good start for him to get there.
Oh.
But remember, kids, even if you
What
like
the
Sonic,
fuck?
don't set
What-
your chest on
what
fire
is-
like his was.
What the fuck does that
CNASM
mean?
rates Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Is that like an
7.5 out of
inside
10.
thing? Oh. Was that an... Does anybody know what that means? I have no idea what the hell set his chest on fire means. Ah, just talk about a bait and switch, man. You turn this fucking video on thinking you're going to be watching a video game review, and instead you get Spax whining about Jason Griffith for 5 goddamn minutes. Ah, what a cunt, man. Fucking hell. Seriously, I mean, there was maybe 4 minutes of game review in there. What the fuck is this? Shop at EB Games? Oh, well, that would make perfect sense that GameStop and EB Games would be paying this faggot. Up, 37. Yeah, let's finish it off with some copyright theft. Hell yeah. And so, what have we learned? Well, apparently not a goddamn thing about the fucking game we were supposed to be reviewing, but we learned quite a bit about Jason goddamn Griffith, didn't we? Wow, his fucking insanity at this point in his, at this point in his life, he was fucking nutty. So I'm looking forward to the other 16 of these. Oh, God. Oh, man. He went from 14 all the way up into 30s. I mean, it's just, I told you. I mean, if you drank through this, you're not even listening to me right now. You're fucking gone. Okay, well, that concludes this mindfuck of a presentation. As I said, you want a review on Sonic and the Secret Rings? It was an okay game, but it missed the mark. There. 2-3 seconds summed it up. Take it easy, guys.
The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon.
Open wide, kids, cause I'm gonna grape you in the mouth!
Oh, joyous day. What do you know? We're back, and we're moving into his GBA review of Sonic. More Sonic games, because God, he loves to talk about Sonic games. But you know inevitably what this is going to lead to, right? I mean, it's not going to be a Sonic game review. It's going to be him bitching about Jason Griffith. I mean, somehow it's going to get into that. So let's jump right into this one so I can get it right the hell over with. And his GBA review of Sonic.
Rated M for mature.
Rated M for man-child. Oh, and we're off and running again at 38.
Hello, gamer fans. Spax here.
Oh, I was confused. I didn't know who I was watching for a minute there.
Really
Thanks for clearing that up.
because this is one of the most crappy games I've ever played.
Yep,
At
that's
least
right. Get it
in
out.
advance. Now, I was never intending to do reviews for that console.
It's not a console, you cunt. It's a
This
fucking
one, an
handheld.
exception must be made. This
One
was
is
the
mobile,
most
one is not.
harsh video review ever. And the worst thing that makes this the worst game ever.
Oh,
is the
say it twice
re-release
because
of a
it's
great game
doubly
that
nice.
Sega
I love how he
Genesis,
repeats his
Sonic
negative
the
comments
Hedgehog,
twice.
the original
You know,
one.
for
Not that
punctuation.
crappy 360.
It's like he's afraid that if he
However,
doesn't repeat it a
compared to
few
this,
times, we're going to
I was
forget what his
merciful
point
to the
was.
360 version. I'm not showing any mercy to this, and you'll see why. This game
Yeah, he doesn't show mercy to a lot of things, like his mom,
should be shot.
when he
It should
throws
be
a tantrum
burned.
and chucks a
Do
cell phone
anything the
across
hell
the
you
room.
want to it. Just kill it.
Kill it, Dad.
I'm glad EB Games isn't putting it in their stores anymore.
What?
At least not the ones I live near. Good thing.
What?
Their slogan, we take games seriously.
Oh, what a corporate
Seems like
whore.
they really do.
Everybody
They're not
gives
selling
Chris
that
Bohr's shit,
because that game is
you know,
even
saying,
below
oh, the irate
360.
gamer, he's such a sellout. Listen to this
Let's
shit.
take a look in. First with a
God, he's so
review on
desperate.
The original one for the Genesis.
Yeah, let's not jump into the game review. Let's talk about other
Here's
shit
Sonic the
first.
Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis. This is the American version.
Those
and
filthy
the
white
most
bastards,
English-speaking
fucking up my
version,
Sonic.
But it's not as finished as the Japanese versions, but
Yeah, I mean, I could, you know, waddle my weeaboo ass on over to my game library and grab that Japanese cartridge, but that would require me to get off my ass and wipe the Cheeto dust from my fat fucking hands and go and grab something, which is, you know, physical. And I hate physical things. If you've ever seen a picture of me, you know, me being Spax, that is, you'll notice I don't do very much exercise. I am a fat, fat man, and I love the Japanese. What an egg. God, what a fucking egg. God, man, he wishes he was yellow.
Back in the day, were running, finding items, and avoiding enemies and obstacles were the highlight of many games.
Yeah, that's pretty much all they
was
were.
very popular, and many had successful ports to the Game Boy Advance.
What the fuck
How
did he
this
just
one go
say?
So wrong? Well, let's take a look.
God, does he even write this shit? Does he script it? Does he edit it? God, I'll... Ah!
To kill yourself!
Who told him that was good? That screaming like that was good?
Okay, the
What an
audio is good
asshole!
enough, but let's get to the actual gameplay.
Ah, my ears! God, every
Alright,
time!
it's nice of Sega to add in Spin Dash in Sonic's first game like they did Sonic Jam. Unfortunately,
Oh, yeah, tell me
in
the flaw.
Anniversary mode, that's all they added. Other than
Oh,
that,
well,
the
that's
original.
horrible.
So what's the point? I mean, you can choose to do the Spin Dash or not. So really,
What are you
what's
bitching
the
about?
point of giving two options?
The point was the option, you
hell is
fucking
this?
tard.
I'm not even touching the direction pad and he's still running. I thought he was supposed to slow down like he did in the original.
Oh, boo-hoo. Cry me a river, fatty.
What?
Okay, that's a pretty good glitch, but
Hey,
whatever.
what the fuck? I was just standing right next to it. That never happened to be in the original version.
I mean, my god,
It
gamer
happened because it
fans,
was
who can't, you know...
hidden back.
This Sonic sucks. I can't stand on the spikes and not get hurt. This game must be broken.
God fucking damn it! Let's go back. I mean,
His
seriously,
anger, it
pull you
pleases
in
me.
so it can crush you
It
and
pleases
kill
me
you.
so much.
What kind of stupid glitch is that? The original never did that. Hate these damn glitches.
Oh, that's some
And
good
what the
shit.
hell is up with this bad collision detection? This bad collision detection is another
Yeah,
glitch.
blame it on the
Speed at
collision
all.
detection. Yeah, that's a good
It's
excuse,
supposed
buddy.
to stop you, but it doesn't.
Aww.
It's pushing you forward without the use of the control pad.
Games that
You
play
nearly
themselves.
hit crap.
Welcome to the next generation.
And due to it pushing you forward and not decreasing your speed, you can actually touch the top of the bottom of a ceiling.
What the fuck does that mean? The top of the
It's a
bottom
big
of a
glitch for
ceiling.
spikes.
You mean just the ceiling,
Take a
then?
Look at this. Not even a red spring stops this glitch. Piece of shit.
Okay.
What is wrong with the R reverse sphere? You keep touching it and it keeps going back and forth. In the original Genesis version,
Oh,
when
God.
you touched it, it only worked once. And then
So
you have to go away and
I'm
touch
getting
it
the
again
sense
for it
you
to
think
work
this
again.
is a
But
bad
this way,
game.
It makes things more frustrating.
Yeah, this was
Holy
back at the
shit,
height
the boss
of the,
battles aren't even
I'm gonna make a 20-minute video about a bad game and talk about it, and scream at the top of my lungs about how horrible it is, and that'll be funny, because I'm angry. And that shit lasted for about, a month, and then it got old. But nobody, I guess nobody gave him the memo on that.
Makes things worse.
Well, you said
Oh
yourself
my
it's a
God,
port.
look at the slow frame rate. No, I did not slow it down this time.
He
Listen
lies.
to
He
me.
totally slowed it
This
down.
is
No,
actually
actually, I don't know if he did or
slow.
not, but
The
I'm just
game
gonna say he's a
does
liar.
this.
He
In
can prove me
every
wrong.
level, the frame rate slows down.
Well, no, that's just the retarded setting, Spax. The game knows that you are slightly slow in the head, and so it wanted to even it out by, you know, slowing down the frame rate.
And the jukebox. It's nothing more than a sound test.
Yeah?
And these were all things in the original cartridge for the Sega Genesis.
I mean, God! They're being absolutely faithful to the original by including it. Fucking cunts!
And there you go. Level select and sound test. And the best thing about this is, it was
Oh,
from
what's the best?
start. It was a cheat code you had to do.
Oh, so you're telling me they took a cheat code and they made it a feature. You're angry that they made it a normal part of the game? God! God, what a cunt,
by
man.
looking at it, you may at least think, well, at least they got all the graphics right.
Yeah?
To a decent percentage, that is true.
Oh, please, continue talking about shit nobody cares about, Spax. We're all waiting with bated breath.
The shading is upside down.
Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You are that obsessive about this game that you're bitching about shading on a spring? Sonic goes like 1,000 miles an hour. It doesn't fucking matter. This isn't goddamn Gears of War. Nobody gives a shit if the fucking shading's screwed up.
Robots are purple in this
Are you what?
Yes, I know in the original game in Debug.
What?
Purple out of the water.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man. And now this is nitpicking. All right, like the glitch where he falls through the floor. That's legitimate. Okay, that's actually legitimate. But you're bitching about color swaps? Fuck off! God, you're just padding out the length now.
Jesus Christ! They even had to ruin the ending.
Aww!
Don't do shit.
Can you tell he doesn't like the game? You know, I could tell after a minute. But I've got to watch 10 minutes of this shit because he wants to be funny. Ah, damn it. Oh, here we go. Let's break it up into 15 sections. Here comes Griffith. You know it's coming. It's fucking coming, I'm telling you.
Sega Genesis version, except for maybe the Spring Yard Zone music.
And I'll just leave it at that. No need to expand. Fuck it, who needs details? This is just a game review after all.
Why the music sucks is that it sounds so low-tech and inferior to the Genesis original.
Yeah, because maybe one's a console and one's a handheld.
Capable of producing it. The music on the Genesis games was in no way superior to what you get on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, Genesis. You know, I have a feeling if Sonic the Hedgehog on the Genesis were a cock, Spax would be sucking on that thing like a baby on a bottle. I mean, that is the pinnacle of just awesome for him. He is so obsessed with that game.
This is the most pitiful sound effect I've ever heard. It's replaced the crashing through the wall, the breaking open boxes, killing enemies, and attacking Robotnik.
Oh,
and
God.
I
mean, this has been like 2 minutes he's been talking about sound effects. Who gives a shit? I mean, God, all that matters is the game good, is the game bad. That's all you gotta tell me, man.
The Sonic Advance game.
Oh, hey, IGN. That's another one. I forgot we're counting copyright infringement. I was lulled into sleep with his boring-ass bullshit.
Sega's fucked up again. They must have been smoking something bad. Which actually makes sense, because I've been to Sega before. Most everyone there smokes.
You got a problem with that, fat boy? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah, you know it's coming. You just know Griffith's name's gonna get mentioned.
And that's it. And thank God, because this game was made before there were any voice controversies.
Say his name! Come on! You know you want to! You want to say it! Oh, IGN again! Shit, we're at 40.
And they don't have frame rate drop down due to speed or anything.
God, is this almost over yet? Ah! His game reviews are so boring! God, they're just... It's just terrible! The marijuana's not helping at all. It's not helping at all.
And some of the sound effects in the GBA versions of Donkey Kong Country games are superior to the SNES versions.
It makes me so angry!
Good reason to do what they did.
God! God, what a tard, man. Oh yeah, put yourself in front of the camera. That's what I want to see, you sexy bastard.
No serious gamer or Sonic fan would like or buy this game. It's
no.
an insult to this. This is superior.
Oh, do you think he, like... I bet you, like, he holds that cartridge up to his face and sniffs it as he just beats off at night? As he fucks his Cream the Rabbit plushie, he's inhaling the scent of the original Genesis cartridge?
Let's look.
Oh, I could just... Oh, God, I got that as a mental image now. Oh!
It's on Sonic Jam for Sega Saturn, so
Awesome
that's
game,
4.
by the way. Sonic Jam's fucking
There's the Smash
awesome.
Pack for Dreamcast, so that's 5. The Mega Collections, which you can play on all 3 modern
Wow,
consoles,
he
so
really
that adds
is...
up to 8.
He hates this port, apparently.
There's this thing from Radica that has it, so that's 9.
But see, I don't mind this. If he wants to be thorough, I'm all for that. There you go. At least I can stand this better than that nitpicking shit where he's making stuff up just to pad stuff out.
The original cartridge is playable on the Genesis Nomad, so that's...
And we're into hour 25 of the GBA Sonic Game Review.
And there's a cell phone version of the game, so there you go.
Oh, that cell phone version sucks. I bought that. It's fucking horrible.
I don't know why I even bothered buying it.
What? You didn't buy it? Your mom did. You don't work. You spend her welfare money. You didn't buy that game, you fucking liar.
3 game. This. Not this. This.
So you're telling me what? Oh, let me guess.
This has the versions that are this as well, including the Japanese version.
I love how he stumbles on his words. This has the version that this.
Not this.
That. This and the other.
What should we do with this?
Shove it up your ass and whistle?
From Dr. Eggman Nega.
Who the fuck is that?
You know, this ordinary kitchen knife is useful for cutting a lot of things.
But today I'm going to use it on Spax3's neck. Video's over, thank God.
But I'm going to use it to cut this.
But I'm not going to do it on screen because then I might damage something that I spent my allowance on.
Not a bad suggestion. But I think I know how we can make this a little more exciting. So, let's get to work and destroy this thing.
Now remember, he told everybody his mom's a lawyer. Lawyers make a lot of money. Now look at that stove. Does that look like the stove of a lawyer to you? Look at how filthy that fucking stove is. Really, really take a look at this house. This is a lawyer's house. And look at that floor. Look at the shit all over it. Look, it's carpeted when he blows it up, but he's outside clearly. Nice editing. Nice editing. Now look at this bathroom. This is a filthy bathroom. Does this look like the bathroom of a lawyer's house? Seriously. I mean, lawyers make anywhere between 50 to 150,000. Up, G4. There's another one. He's so full of shit.
Say, our old game sucks, so why shouldn't the new one? And we'll prove it by giving you this one, and it'll be playable on a modern console you can take anywhere, so you can see for yourself.
Well, that's kind of true. Actually, I heard they were intentionally trying to sync the series, but who knows?
Out of 10.
I love rating scales that go to 10. Like, dude, if it's a 2, why not just say it's bad? Or if it's a 3 or a 4, why not just say it's bad? Why do you need to go 1 through 10? What does that accomplish? Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for letting this be over with. Now, I know that's a Ninja Turtles song, French version or some shit. So I'm counting that as 1, too. Even though this is actually kind of a cool song. But I'm counting it anyway. Fuck. This is a little bizarre for Spax. He only stole 4 or 5 times. I don't know, maybe he was off this day or something, you know? He finds it catchy, with a capital C, because sentences are for faggots. I don't need to grammar. I speak my own way. Oh, yeah, EB Games. He must have thought like they'd be like, oh my god, Spax made a video about us. Give him free video games right away. God. He's so delusional. So fucking delusional. Don't do what I did. Yeah, don't live in your mom's basement for the rest of your life. Don't do what I did, kids. Oh, and there's one more. Finish it out with copyright theft. Oh, and sweet Jesus, it's over. God damn. This shit's wearing me down, man. I mean, fuck. And with this video, you know, if you include every video I've done up until this point, that's a running time of 2 fucking hours. Alright, and I'm not even, I'm a fourth of the way through, so I just, oh, God. I don't know how much more I can take of him. His reviews are so bad. They're just not entertaining. All he does is the same fucking thing. Hi, my name is Spax. I'm going to review a game, but then, you know, before I actually review the game, I'm going to talk about shit unrelated, or shit that came before it for 5 minutes. Then you're going to get, you know, 2 minutes of me breaking up sound into 15 categories. Then I'm going to talk about the game for 1 minute, and then I'm going to give you a rating from 1 to 10 that makes no fucking sense. But at the very end, at the very, very end, I'm going to make sure to yell at Griffith, and then tell you to shop at EB Games. God fucking Christ, man. It's a YouTube video, or it was when it first came out. Give me a break. You know, just review the fucking game. Is it good? Is it bad? Done. You know, that's what a review is. You go over the game and you say, is it good or is it bad? You don't review the franchise. He does that in every video. It's always the franchise. That's fine if you want to do a retrospective series like Game Trailers does, but he's not doing that. He's reviewing a game, but instead he goes off into a tangent about shit that's just not important. Nobody gives a shit about it. All right, well, that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna go crush my skull with a rock and try to make the memories of Spax go away.
The sky nice the same. The stars, the moon.
And now, my lucky 44th little Dutch boy, you must scrub Daddy Carol.
Well, goddamn, you take a vacation and you never hear the end of it. Fucking shit. You know, I was taking a bit of a sabbatical from Spaxticles here. Yeah, just, I've reached my limit of bullshit with him, and it was getting really hard to even tolerate looking at this shit. I mean, for God's sakes, guys, he doesn't just review a game. You know, it's a fucking series. He can't sit down and say, yeah, this game is good. No, he's got to talk about everything relating to the game. And God, it's like just, it's getting open brain surgery. And you're sitting there and you're like, God, when is it going to end? It's just, damn. You know what it reminds me of? Anybody ever play Resident Evil Survivor? Seriously. There is a fucking part in that game where they're talking about a specific chemical they need to get to make, you know, all the big bad monsters and shit. And the way they get it is by making somebody become afraid. And so they have to go into the brain after that person becomes fearful and pull the shit out of the pituitary gland. So do you know what way they came up with to get this shit out of the person? They fucking do surgery on them when they're awake. They don't use anesthetic. The person's screaming as they're cracking the skull open, and they're afraid by then, so when they rip out the pituitary gland, they get plenty of the shit they're looking for. That's what it feels like I'm doing. It feels like I'm getting, you know, feels like somebody's cracking my fucking head open and ripping out shit. You know, and there's no anesthesia. I got no mercy here. God, it's just, it's really the same thing. Every Spax review is the same thing. I'm gonna prove it to you. Okay? It all starts out with him sitting in front of the camera. Well, hello there, gamer fans. You know, doing his fucking thing, talking about, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is a game I'm going to review, and blah, 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 you know. And he's got some shitty soundtrack. You know, he can't pick a decent sound clip, all right? I may not have the best taste in music, but by God, man, at least I mix it up a little bit. Every one of these videos has started with something different. You know, a little techno, some rap, some rock. It doesn't fucking matter. But I'm mixing the shit up. But he's picking stuff that's fucking horrible. Yeah, you know, what the fuck? So, you know, it has a shitty music that lays over, and he, you know, does his introduction, and then he spends like 2 or 3 minutes talking about shit not related to the game. You know, oh, this is how I feel about Sonic, gamer fans. You know, going on and on at length about shit I don't care about. And then he gets into the game, and he talks about it for 5 seconds, and then he goes off and he bitches about voice acting. And he's always got to have like 5 categories of sound. Who does that? God, I don't give a shit if there's a difference between sound effects, voice acting, music, and weapon effects. You know what? How about you just call the fucking thing sound and tell me, is it good or is it bad? And if it's bad, maybe you can elaborate on it and you can say, oh, it was bad because. But you don't need to break it up into 20 fucking sections. Yeah, and I just got the irony of that, so fuck off if any, yeah, because I'm doing like 100 sections on this, but fuck you. All right, the irony did hit me on that. So anyway, yeah, so I took a vacation. I needed to fuck a girl and to, you know, have some fun and go to a party and do shit like that, and I feel a little bit recharged here. God, man! I'm watching this guy on my computer. Why am I doing that? I could be doing anything else. Oh! I gotta remember the point of this. It's my point of this, and it's, yeah, my grand fucking plan. Why do I feel like my grand plan is going to be about as successful as Starscream's plan when it comes to taking over and, kicking Megatron off the team? Fuck. So anyway, we're on part 5D. We're going into it, and good old Spax he's taking a break from Sonic. I think he burnt out a little bit on that, like I burnt out on him a little bit. So he's moving into Mario Brothers. And not just, like he couldn't just do Mario Brothers or one of the Mario games. He's got to do all of them. But he can't even do like a normal series. It can't just be like Mario Brothers throughout history, right? Here's a retrospective. Try a game trailers type approach. No. He's going to do just Mario on the fucking virtual console. Because we all know how different those games are from the normal ones, right? Okay, anybody want to play Spot the Difference? Anybody want to take the time to make a video and do Spot the Difference between the normal version of a fucking game and the and the Wii version of it? Guess what? There's probably not going to be a lot of differences. Nothing worth doing a video review about, for God's sake, man. But Spax is going to do it. So, fuck it. Let's jump into it. Oh, God, this abortion of a review is about to begin, folks.
Rated E for everyone.
Rated R for robbery, and that's 44.
Hello, gamer fans. Spax here. Welcome to segment 4 of Cartoon Network ASN Game Reviews. I've been gaming for a while, and my first game system was the NES.
Here's a visual demonstration of the controller, in case you're too retarded to know what an NES is.
I ever got into was Mario.
No, the first series he got into was Rape.
Thing for me about retro games, most of them are on the Wii.
Oh, another controller. I love how he demonstrates what he's talking about.
I figured, let's go back to the past and take a look
Because
at
I'm fucking
some of Mario's
retarded.
games.
I somehow slapped my keyboard and got to this review without knowing what video games are.
So, everyone, get ready for
10 to 1 he asphyxiates himself with that in bed.
Super Mario.
Oh god, what is this? Nice borders.
The game that
Way
made me the
to
gamer
use
I
a
am
paint
today.
program professionally,
Super Mario
fat boy.
Brothers, the first game I ever played.
Yes, gamer
The game starts
fans.
with 3 lives, and you're allowed to play as 1 player or 2 players.
Seriously?
Mario and the second player Luigi.
Oh, come on, man. Nobody's this retarded. Everybody knows this game.
Like the super mushroom, which makes
Oh, thank
grow
you.
into Super
I thought it,
Mario.
killed me. That's why I always ran away from the mushrooms.
Fire flower turns you into Fire Mario and gives you a weapon.
God.
Fireballs. You shoot them, and you kill your enemies.
Oh, well, of course.
Starman makes you invincible for about 10 to 12 seconds.
Oh, thank you for that estimate. You could have just timed it, but thanks for just guesstimating. Since you're being all professional and
Another
shit.
cool thing about this game is that you get a variety of enemies.
No, you don't.
Koopas, Paracoopers, Fuzzy Beetles, Hammer
Hey,
Brothers,
you got
Frog
Goombas,
Bloopers,
plants,
Pinky,
and
Black
turtles.
Bullet
That's
Bills,
about
and
it.
of course, Bowser.
Bowser,
I like the
yeah.
controls. Jumping, running, shooting, and swimming are all nice.
They really mixed it up with the
object
gameplay.
of the game
You
is
can
to
run,
complete 4
or you
levels
can
in
jump.
each of the 8 worlds
It's
without
genius!
stopping. Jumping over holes, avoiding enemies, breaking some bricks in the first level.
God. Is he
Second
really
level
doing
world
this?
May feature the same thing. or
Is he
going
seriously going to
underwater,
try and explain
or
the
underground.
series to us?
In the third level of each
I mean, my
world,
god, man, I'd
you
rather
usually
have
jump
Billy
across
MC
trees
give me
or
the
monsters,
ins and the outs of Mario
or running
Brothers.
across a bridge,
Electrical
or
Beast
cheat
could do it, you know?
Level 4
Anybody
of
but
each world,
Spax.
you go through
At least
a
those two
fortress
would be
full of
entertaining.
fire and such
You know?
until you
Billy
hit
really
Bowser.
puts his heart into it. But Spax is treating
Once
us like
you
we're
reach Bowser,
retarded,
you
like
either
we've
shoot
never
against
heard of the
the
game
fireballs
before.
until he falls.
Nobody is this
Or you have
stupid,
to reach
man.
the axe in the back
Everybody
and
knows
fall
this
into the
game.
wall.
Even people who don't play video games know it. God, what a
I think
dipshit.
this game is pretty good so far. Well,
No,
you're
I
not
think it's
gonna believe this,
horrible.
But this game also
God.
has an awesome glitch. Yes, a glitch that's awesome.
No.
Called the
You
Minus
lie.
World.
Yeah, the minus
The
world.
Minus World is basically
That's
the water
basically a
level
code word
but I
for
recommend it
Spax's
anyway, so you
home
can practice
planet,
the water world.
the minus world, where all negative losers go. Yeah, drown yourself, Spax. Entertain me, fat boy, and
here's something I
drown.
learned myself. Going for the middle
Right.
pipe instead of
You
the
know
first
it's a
pipe
lie
before
when
the
it starts
text
with
comes
him
up
saying,
that says, "Welcome
and
to
here's
World
something I
4."
learned myself.
If you go into that before the text comes up, you'll skip worlds 2 through 4
You
and go
robbed
to
that
world
from a
5.
forum. Everybody
I find
knows
that
it.
pretty cool.
I don't know where you got it.
For an
Maybe
overall
NeoGaf,
awesome game, and
maybe
a game that has launched one
Kotaku,
of the greatest
you
series
know,
that ever
Newgrounds, but
I'm giving this
you
game
didn't
a
come up
perfect
with that on your
score.
own.
10 out of 10.
I mean, my god, man. When you're doing a game review, there are certain things that you need to take into account. One, the people watching it are not retards. They're watching it because they know what the fucking game is.
Let's go
You
from
need to
8-bit
bring something to the
16-bit.
table they have
Let's
not
play
seen
the game for
before.
the Super
Some
Nintendo,
piece of
Super
information
Mario
that is interesting. And not, oh, Super Mario Brothers was really Doki Doki Panic that was reskinned.
Well, in the
Fuck
opener,
that.
you get to
I
pick up
know
Koopa
that. I
shells,
play the Mario Brothers
and you get
games.
to ride a
You need to
dinosaur
tell
in
me
the
something
ocean.
I don't
Plus, the
know.
scenery's a
You
lot
need to
more
tell me
colorful
something
than what you see in the
interesting,
DS game.
unique,
And this
something
time you
other
select
people
your
have
levels
never
on a
seen
map
before, haven't heard before.
Well, the
You know, a
gameplay's
trick
identical
maybe
to the
that's
Super
not
Mario Brothers
readily
games,
known,
running,
a
jumping,
secret,
swimming, and such.
interesting
And that's
backstory into the
good for
characters and the
people familiar
creators,
to the past
but you're not even doing that.
There's also
You're
been
telling
some
me
new
basic
controls
shit a
added as well.
retard knows.
For
People who
instance,
don't
you
play
got the
video
spin
games
jump,
aren't
which
going to
is
watch a
throwing
review
blocks
of this
beneath you
video
and
game.
enemies in one
The
hit.
people who do play it are
Using a
going to
new
watch it.
power-up,
So why are
the
you
super
treating
gun,
those people
turns
like they've
into
never
cape
played it
mode, which
before?
allows
It
you to
doesn't
use
make
the spin attack
sense.
with your cape to kill
God,
enemies
what
in
the
your path.
fuck?
Getting a running
And besides,
start,
you're
jumping,
doing a
and holding
fucking
the
Wii
dash
review.
you are
Shouldn't you
able
be
to fly
spotting
as
the
well.
differences? Shouldn't you be telling me what makes this unique?
And with
No, you're
Yoshi,
just
you have
reviewing
the
Mario
ability to
Brothers. So
stop
what was the whole
enemies
fucking
with one
point of
hit.
talking about them being on the
Hit them with
Wii?
tongue.
God, you're
So
retarded.
far, this game has many different
But of
environments,
course, that's
many
asking too
different
much,
enemies,
right?
too many for
I mean,
each
my God.
time, and many
For him to
hidden
do that,
paths.
I think hell would have to freeze over. It's just never going to happen.
There's also a hidden world called the Special Zone.
A
which is
special
similar to
zone?
Star Wars.
I didn't know that.
You
It's
can
not like
beat it,
Nintendo Power told me that
compared to
10
a
years
point,
ago.
screen warped around and the
God!
enemies warped around.
Thanks for the
game that
newsflash,
recaptures all
asshole.
the elements of the Super Mario
God
Brothers
damn
games
it!
and updated many things, making it
Yeah,
even
what's the
more
rating?
exciting.
Let's see, it's
Another
10 out of 10
perfect
maybe?
score. 10 out of 10.
Oh, what a shock! God. Oh, another perfect game. Of course. We could never criticize it for anything. Oh, God, I want to hit myself with a bat, stick my face in a blender, and light myself on fire. Oh, what unique things do you have to share? What great secrets are you going to tell me? Maybe that it used a new controller? That it was on the N64? God. Oh my God, is he being quiet?
Well, we got some
Aw,
great
shit.
controls of running and jumping.
I was building up hope there.
And you can do a cool little triple jump at times too, which will help you along the way.
Are you serious? You're telling me I could do a triple jump?
Paintings, and you must jump into them.
Quickly, I need to get to GameFAQs and explain to them the magnificent triple jump he speaks of. Oh my God, I'm going to be, you know, a legend for breaking that kind of news to them. God, it's like he read out of the instruction manual. That's what he did. He took the instruction manual and he's reading verbatim what the fuck it says. That's his game review. That's what he's doing. It's not even a review. He's just reading the fucking instruction manual to me. You can do a triple jump. You can rotate the camera. Be sure to pick up power-ups. Avoid the bad guys. Well, thanks there. Thanks for that insightful knowledge. God, he sucks at reviews.
Don't mess with Mario.
Yeah. You're so fucking funny, man.
Like in the past Mario games, you get power-ups in this one.
Oh, yeah,
Like
God,
there's a
here we
wing
go.
patch allows
He's
you
going to
fly.
talk about the power-ups.
You have the Vanish
God.
Cap, which makes Mario transparent and allows him to pass through
Really?
enemies
I thought the Vanish Cap made him, you know, get
And you
explosive
have the Melt
diarrhea.
Cap, which makes
Thanks for
Mario
clearing that up.
invincible and allows him to walk underwater. Mario's jump from 2D to 3D is definitely a successful one, but I do have one little complaint about this first 3D game.
Oh, let's hear this.
The camera. Many times it's annoying and a huge
Are
pain.
you fucking kidding
You have
me?
the ability to
The
change
game
the
was
color of
known
the
for
camera,
being,
so
oh,
it's always
God.
better.
It was like the first 3D game that was good because the camera worked. And you're bitching about that? It's the one thing that makes the game unique, and that's the one problem you have? It's the same thing he bitches about in Sonic. It's the exact same thing he bitches about in Sonic. The camera. Unbelievable. He's taken the same argument and he's putting it on a new series. God, if he could somehow bitch about Griffith, that would be like his wet dream come true. Thank God Griffith never touched Mario, or we'd never hear the end of this. Okay. Let's see what insightful shit he has for this one.
Here is a racing game where you get to
A
choose
racing game, you
easy,
say?
medium, and
I thought
hard.
Mario Kart
You get to
involved,
do
you know,
character select.
brain
Heavyweights,
surgery,
lightweights, and
or flying a
middleweights.
NASA
You choose
shuttle.
Mario because he's a middleweight.
Yeah, right, because the
And
physics of
finally,
this
you
game
choose
were
the
so
racing
fucking good
courses
that, you
you
know,
wanna
the
do.
weight class actually mattered one bit. Either you were Bowser or you weren't Bowser, and that was pretty much fucking it. You were either a one-ton fat ass or you
While
weren't.
racing, you can pick up power-ups and weapons to help attack
Oh,
enemies.
God. Do you see what I
However,
mean?
the
How
opponents can
retarded
do the
does he
same
think
to
we
you as
are?
well.
All you do in this
Levels
game
have
is
a
drive
variety
and shoot
of
shit at
obstacles
each other.
to keep you from
And he's
getting bored.
explaining that that's what
So
you
that
do in
allows
the
to
game.
make these races a lot of fun.
Oh.
But the best thing in this game is the multiplayer. In 2-player,
About the only
you
honest
and a
thing this
friend
dumb
can play
fucker
through
has
the
said
main
the
game,
entire time.
While 2 to 4 players could do versus mode and battle mode. For a fun racing game and possibly the best multiplayer
What do you guess, 10 out of 10?
console, I give this game an 8 out of 10.
Oh, well, thanks for explaining it, right? Because you don't need to tell me why you knocked 2 points off. Let's just leave it at an 8 out of 10. That's good enough. I like how he superimposes great over that, like you can even read it.
Those are all the Mario games I have.
Look at the edges on this. Autistic 13-year-olds on fucking 4chan can do better fucking paint, you know, pictures than this dipshit. Oh, is it over? Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I'm religious now. It's over. Yeah, thanks for telling me it was your gameplay. Right. Like I believe that 1 second. I think what really happened is he found a way to remove the little watermark from game trailers that were in the other videos. That's why we only had one copyright theft so far. I'm sure more are coming, though, so we're just gonna have to wait. Oh, God. I'm losing faith in humanity watching this shit. Ripped by Spax. So, well, we're gonna count that as a theft, so that's 45. Next review, Super Paper Mario. Ooh, I can't wait! Visit EB Games. He's still whoring that thing out. Like anybody wants to shop at that fucking hell house. God, they rob you blind there. Oh, and that's 46. Ah, shit. Thank God it's over. So, what do we learn about Mario Brothers? Well, apparently there are enemies that you want to avoid, getting power-ups is good, and trying to not die is a smart strategy. Thank you, Spax, for enlightening us all with these great and deep insights into these games. I don't think any of us would survive if you had not told us such things. You fucking cunt. God, I mean, come on. He's treating us like we're retarded. It's just insulting. There was nothing interesting in that review. There was nothing unique in that review. You talked about 4 games and you told me nothing that I couldn't have found out if I had just opened up the instruction booklet. God damn it, man. Alright, well, that's the end of 5D. I have a proposition, because I'm losing my mind with this. I'd like to get somebody to help me out on this. I could use another commentator. I could use some people to help me out with this. Somebody just to sit down and watch this shit with me so I don't lose my mind, because doing commentaries on this is draining as hell, and it'd be nice to have somebody to play off of. So if anybody's interested, contact me on my YouTube page at Games Good Me Bad, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, take it easy, have a good day.
The sky at night is the same. The stars, the moon.
But wait a minute. This isn't supposed to be the finale. I thought there were going to be co-op commentaries. Why, I thought there were going to be many more parts to this spectacular series you've been doing on Spax. How could it possibly end here, you might ask? Well, that's an interesting question. And the short answer of that is, I just stopped giving a shit. But there's a long answer to it. And I'll give you the long answer to it. I just stopped giving a shit. Video's over. Go fuck yourselves. Ah, no, I'm kidding. Well, it's kind of like this. You know, making this series has been kind of fun. You know, I've enjoyed doing it. I'd almost say it's kind of like fucking your girlfriend. Imagine you're super horny, right? And you get home and you are going to ride your girlfriend's ass. I mean, you guys are going to do the freakiest, kinkiest shit you can imagine. God help the neighbors if they look into the window, because you are going to mentally scar their fucking children. The freaky, kinky-ass shit that you're going to be doing would make X-rated porn sites blush. I mean, you guys are going to do some fucked up stuff. It's going to be great, man. You are fucking raring to go. And 3 minutes in, you bust your nut. And then what happens? You're like, oh, God, fuck this shit. Honey, put away the lube and the handcuffs. I've got to go take a nap. And make me a sandwich. Well, I busted my nut about 10 parts ago. And I've just half-heartedly been kind of meandering my way through this. I had a grand plan, you see. I was going to dissect Spax part by part, you know, piece by piece by piece. And I was going to show you why he's such a huge cunt. Because I just dislike the guy. I dislike what he does. But somewhere in there, it got to be more of a chore than a hobby. It got to be more work than it was worth. And I thought, well, I'll give it a unique spin. I'll do co-op commentaries. That'd be kind of cool. Get new people in there. Some people who don't like Spax. Some people who do commentaries just on other shit. And just, a random assortment of whoever just feels like joining it. And I was really into this idea. I thought, hey, this is going to be great, Get some fresh blood into it. It'll be fun. And just kind of go from there, until the logical closure point, which was going to be the very last part. And then I came to realize, no, it really isn't worth it. It's kind of like beating a dead horse. This was more meant to be a commentary on Spax, on what I don't like about him. And I thought kind of doing commentaries, co-op commentaries with other people would be kind of cool, but I came to the conclusion that I don't want to be a goon imitation. I don't want to come off as some Retsupre wannabe. And even though they're not technically dealing with Spax, that's kind of what they do. They get a group of people together, they do commentaries, and they're really good at it. But I didn't want to be, mimicking them. I didn't want to be a clone of them. And I didn't really think about it until kind of later on into it, and I was like, well, it might be taken as that way. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to avoid it. I'm not going to be I am not going to be Armic21's fail sessions, which was a weak attempt at Retsupraying, which fell flat on its ass because that's what deserves to happen. Now, I'm not saying you can't do commentaries on shit. You can comment on whatever the hell you want. But I'm saying your commentaries should be good, and there should be a purpose to it, and it shouldn't just be noise to have noise. And that, and I also thought about the technical limitations. Geez, I'm going to have to make sure mics are working. I'm going to be using a bunch of different services from Skype to MSN to AIM or what, all this different shit. And it would have been cool. I really do think it would have been a cool idea, but I just felt a little dirty on how it might be taken and kind of how it would be seen. Which led me to think about a couple other things. Like I said, when I originally started this, I really liked making fun of Spax. I fucking enjoyed it. He is a walking target that deserves to be made fun of. He is a douchebag. And, over the last couple of months, last half a fucking year, I've met his ex-friends, I've met people he's fucked over, people from his forum, just random people he's encountered. And the general idea I get about him, the general consensus, is he really is a dick. Now, that's what I dislike about him. And I really didn't like his videos in the beginning either. I thought they were shit. Now, somebody asked me recently, what did you think of his most recent video? Is Sonic Unleashed? Or I don't know what the fuck it was. It was something, right? His most recent video. What did you think of it? And I'm going to be honest. I thought it was actually pretty good. That he did a good job on it. Now, just because I think he did a good job, an okay job at a video, doesn't mean he's any less of a douchebag or any less of a dick. He's still a dick. He's still a douchebag. It just means, right, that he did an okay job. And so, it's hard to go and rip on his older videos now that you kind of see that his newer videos, at least he's getting an idea of what fucked his older stuff over, and he's kind of moving away from that. And I'm not talking about, apologizing to Griffith, right? Bullshit. I don't buy that for a second. I'm just talking about how he has it structured, how he has it ordered, the audio quality, the visual quality. He's doing a good job. He's doing an okay job. I can't ride the guy for doing, something decently. And so, it's all the shit kind of piling in, and that's kind of why I decided just to stop, just finale, end, over, done, right? Over this course of this series, I've looked at different aspects of him. His video reviews, which, were pretty god-awful. His DeviantArt account, which is bullshit. I touched a little bit on his obsession with Creep. I was going to have a whole episode where I talked about how he wants to fuck an anthropomorphic bunny that's really 6 years old, and what kind of fucked up shit that says about him. Because it does say fucked up shit about you if you want to fuck a baby rabbit. I'm sorry, I know this is the internet, I know we all jack off to weird shit, but if you want to fuck a 6-year-old rabbit, you got something going on upstairs that's not fully on kilt. You know what I mean? You're a little off base. I talked about his Griffith, obsession and the boycott and all that. And even about how he fucked over people. Like Mulder Yuffie, he fucked over Mulder Yuffie about the girl who he threatened to have his mom sue and all this shit. And if you're curious, I was going to do all these video reviews. I was going to go through all his videos and show each instance of copyright infringement. For a purpose. I wasn't doing it just because I wanted to extend the length of the series. I wanted my final point, the final video that was going to be at the very tail end of this, to really have substance. I was going to show how many times he's infringed copyrights of other people, which I'm sure would have been well over 300 or 400 times in his past 14, 15 videos. You know, it really would have been a good high number. And then I was going to cap it off by having a copyright attorney do a little video segment. It was going to be a little Q&A about maybe 5 to 10 minutes long, where I was going to have him explain just how copyright and trademark work on the internet, and to show you just why it is Spax is such a douchebag, because he abuses that system, and he does it illegally. Don't mistake the fact that YouTube will take down videos as them somehow, you know, legitimizing the claim. It doesn't. They're just doing it as a business standpoint, you know, or a business practice. Right? They're not saying that because they took a video down it necessarily infringes on a copyright. That hasn't been proven. They're just doing it because they don't want to deal with the fucking headache. So anybody can flag a video and get it taken down, you know? And so I was going to have this guy come on, and I was going to show him the copyright infringements on Spax's behalf, and then I was going to show him different ways Spax has abused the system, and then I was going to have him merely comment on, you know, how bullshit that was. What his honest opinion was on trademark, on copyright, on how the system should work, and how it does work. Because I wanted that very last video to impart to you the knowledge that, yes, you can make fun of somebody. Yes, you can, you know, do satire, you can do comedy, you can do commentary. You don't have to be afraid of some dickhead who lives in his parents' basement who swears his mom is a lawyer. Because I'll tell you what, you go watch Spax's videos, you watch them really carefully, and you look at the instances where he gets film of his home. Look at the bathroom, look at the kitchen, look at his bedroom, his backyard, and his property. Now, lawyers make a good amount of money, and you're going to tell me after looking at his home that his mom's a lawyer? Well, then she must be the worst fucking lawyer in the history of the world, because, frankly, if his mom was a lawyer, they'd be living in a lot better house than he does. So all that talk about her being a lawyer, I say it's bullshit. I, in fact, would claim that at most she was a legal aid. She was, you know, basically a secretary with a really nice title. And there are ways to corroborate this. You can actually look up a legal license, somebody's, you know, document to practice law. All you got to do is look at his hometown, his, you know, his hometown, his home state, and you can get the documentation and prove basically she is not a lawyer. So that was going to be my closure point. It was going to be fantastic, right? It's going to really nail his ass to the wall with that. And then it was going to die. You know, I was going to be done. Hooray for me. I can walk away and it'll be done. But, you know, shit comes up, you get busy, you get tired, you just don't want to do it. You have second thoughts about how it's going to turn out, and that's what happened to me. I just don't want to do it anymore. It's not entertaining to me anymore, and I felt like that for a couple of months now. I just haven't really got around to talking about it. So to the people out there who like the videos, you know, you like the little series, you found it funny, you found it entertaining, that's great. For the people out there who've been fucked over by Spax, don't worry about it. You can just make as many videos as you want and put them back up. He can't do shit about it. Nothing's going to stop you. Really, honest to God, nothing's going to happen to you. Put them back up. Stick your middle finger at the computer screen and laugh for the day. You know, you're not going to get sued. The cops aren't going to show up at your house. His mom is not going to serve you a subpoena. You will be fine. Spax has no power on the internet. Oh, I mean, this whole series, it started off as a joke. A joke between me and a friend. I did a video because I thought it was funny, his website, and that was that. Then I saw stuff he was doing, and I turned it into a series because, you know, because I thought he was a dick. And I don't like dicks on the internet, especially ones with overinflated egos. That really bothers me a lot. And, you know, I was kind of hoping that by the time the series was over, he just kind of disappeared. But he's already kind of just disappeared, right? A lot of his friends have left him. You know, his forum isn't really that great. It's okay, but it's not really that great. It's got hacked a few times and spammed a few times, which was funny to watch. I even hear people ordered him food. $50 worth of Chinese food and like 20 or 30 bucks worth of pizza a couple nights of the week. So, you know, he's got his own shit to contend with. So I figured for this finale, aside from kind of explain my idea and why I've stopped, I'd answer a few quick questions that people have kind of asked me over the length of these videos. A lot of people ask, has Spax ever contacted you? Or does Spax know that you've done this series? He's never contacted me, never once. And I have no idea if he's ever even watched one of these videos. So, there's not really a lot there to talk about. I've never heard from the guy, and I've talked to people who know him, and they've never brought up that he saw the series or if he had any comments on it, even if he had seen it. So I'm just going to assume that, no, he hasn't seen it. He probably just took it down when he saw his name attached to it, and left it at that. Didn't even bother to watch it. Other people have asked, well, you did a series on Spax, right? So would you do one on somebody else, like Chris Chan or something like that? Well, no. Why would I? I mean, my God. First off, somebody like Chris Chan, for example. Look at Vivian. All right, her audiobook series is fucking fantastic. Seriously, I swear to, I'll put a link up so you can go watch this. This is a work of art. It's not just the it's not just the voiceover talent she got. Both of them, the narrators, I thought were really fucking good. But it's her annotations that really make that shit worthwhile. I love her sense of humor, and I just love the whole audiobook thing. It was done fantastically. It was really, really good. Look at Spaz3's, animated series of Sonichu. That shit is hilarious. That's fucking great. Right? So already you've got his comic taken care of in audiobook form and in a parody form. And then you, of course, have the Mac Daddy of them all, the true and honest Christian Weston Chandler, who, my God, that guy he blew me away. I'll tell you that much. He absolutely blew me away with his ability and what he did. And for those of you who get what he did, you understand how monumental what he did was. That was the most amazing example of it I've ever seen. Far surpassing anything anyone else has ever done. Even Chad Warden pales in comparison to how fucking awesome that guy is and what he pulled off was. So, when looking at somebody like Chris Chan, it's already been done. It's been done by a ton of people who've done it a hell of a lot better than I ever could. Hey, what am I going to do? I'm going to do a quick little 10, 20-minute video with me talking and throwing up a couple pictures every 10 seconds? No, that's not going to compete with even those three that I mentioned. I mean, they did such a fucking amazing job at what they did. So, no, I'm not going to do somebody like Chris Chan or God knows who else is out there, right? There are a bunch of other people out there who would deserve it even more than Chris Chan. Arrogant video game reviewers. Go look at ED's page on video game reviewers, and you'll kind of see there's a whole fucking checklist of dipshits up there that really could use a kick in the ass. But no, Spax was my thing. I disliked the guy. I had a problem with him. That's why I did the series. I'm not looking to parlay it into something else. I'm not looking to do Chris Chan or somebody else. Other questions people have asked. Would you do more videos on Spax if he returns? If he starts making a fuss or if he fucks with your videos, would you start making them again? Because for a while there, people were curious if I was just going to stop outright or not, which I am. Yep, I'm done. Spax can do whatever the hell he wants. I pretty much feel tapped on it. He'd have to do something monumentally fucked up to even get my interest in it again. And I'm sure there are plenty of people who'd pick him apart anyway. Jesus Christ. He's got enough people out there who dislike him. I don't need to fucking do anything about that. And, pretty much the other big one is, well, what are you going to do after Spax? Nothing. I have no idea why I have subscribers on YouTube or Dailymotion or Vimeo or any of the other places. I put the video that linked to all the series videos on YouTube just so people had a hub to go to, not to get subscribers there. So you could go to this one spot and you could see, okay, well, Vimeo pulled it, so I can go to Dailymotion, or some copyright thing fucked it over at Dailymotion, so I'll go to VO. You know what I mean? Just as an area for people to go and check out the videos. That was it. It was supposed to be just an easy access point. It wasn't meant to be like, oh, here's the guy who made the videos, come subscribe to him. So I have no idea why I have like 400 something subs. I don't know what you guys want. I don't make a lot of videos. If you've watched the shit that I've done recently, it's just bullshit fun stuff, poor Jason Mason and Earthworm Jim, shit like that. I'm having fun. I don't have any plans on doing any series or anything like that. I don't have any plans on doing LPs for right now. I feel kind of bad. I like the Punch-Out thing. I thought that was kind of funny, but I don't have the time. And, it's just, what are you going to do? So I guess in conclusion, I'm a really lazy asshole. I guess would sum it up. A spectacular lazy asshole. But, if somebody out there wants to do the Spax thing, I mean, go ahead, man. More power to you. If somebody thought the co-op idea was good, get some people together, watch your shit, make fun of it, Oh, one tip, though. One thing I fucked up on, audio ducket. I didn't really think about that, and I heard a couple people talking about it, and then I was like, oh, fuck, that's the one thing I forgot to do in all these videos. Basically, that is, you take your commentary and you boost the audio of that while decreasing the audio of the actual video you're commenting on while it's getting rendered in your editing program. So, you know, you don't have two very loud audio sources competing with one another. You dim one and up the other. That's audio ducking. Every time you talk, the other decreases in sound while you increase. So if you kind of watch the videos, especially on, oh shit, what is it, Dailymotion, it's kind of hard to hear. I completely fucked up on that. So just a technical tip for anybody who wants to do this shit. But yeah, so it's a rambling video, fuck it, there's not a lot of structure. So in conclusion, thank you to everybody who watched it. I'm glad you guys liked it. I'm glad you got a kick out of it. I'm really sorry I'm not doing the co-op commentary, but like I said, I had my reasons for it. And you know, that's kind of it. And now hopefully I can just fade off into obscurity and enjoy the internet again without having projects and shit to do. So if you'll all excuse me, I'm going to go find some really fucked up porn and then download some illegal shit.